Yes, people. We are back live. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for another Sarcasm City Sports Q&A. Big up to Ray Millie there with the yes, people flawless voice. Yeah, big up Ray Millie there with the yes, people, flawless voice. My laptop was on, so that's why you might have heard a slight echo, people. But like I said, we're here for the Sarcasm City Sports Q&A where we answer all of your sporting questions, people. So get your sporting questions in. It can be any sport, past or present. It can be football. It can be basketball. It can be boxing. It can be F1. It can be UFC. NFL, whatever you want to ask about, feel free. I'm sure the panelists will be joining. And if you are a member of the channel as well, if you don't know this, then your questions, your comments take priority like a super chat, people. So if you're a member of the channel, I will start your question. And even if it's 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes later, I will get to your question. That's one surefire way to make sure your question gets put up on the screen and gets answered. And another surefire way to make sure that your question gets answered is to super chat as well, people. So any members' questions, and if you super chat, we will get to it. And that's a super chat of any amount, people. But like I said, sports Q&A. So get your questions in. Big up Ray Millie, who's a member of the channel. Speaking of members, link for the membership is in the pinned comment as well. Make sure you hit the like button, please. Make sure you share this across all the socials and subscribe to the channel, Sarcasm City TV. Dennis already here. I will get to this as well. But big up to Ray Millie. Time to shine. I'm just starring the best questions. Big up to Zane as well. Big up Mad Max, Reese, everyone. Y'all see all of you lot, man. Large up, man. You lot are real ones, I swear down. Speaking of ones who are not real ones, Ryan's in the building. Yes,
that was an unfair introduction.
Yeah, it's unfair that I'm here with you, so none of us are.
Yeah, you're
funny. God, are you good though? All jokes aside,
yeah, blessed, good man. I'm good. How are you?
I'm blessed. Was you there today?
No, I didn't go today. No.
Your brother go though?
Yeah.
Oh, see, and have you spoke to him?
My brother?
Yeah.
Oh,
see, now in terms of, I bet the place was electric after the JOTA winner. That's why I asked.
It was. Yeah,
he must have been gassed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That must have went crazy after Richarlison's goal. But we'll get into all of that as well. Let's see what you lot are saying. Big up to Elias, who says, "Bro, still streaming. When do you sleep?" You know what I'm saying? Not enough, but there's work to be done. But big up, much appreciated. Let's see what else you lot are saying. Let me get to this. I know you lot got basketball questions. Obviously, a lot's gone on in the Premier League. There's been 2 games. Obviously, there's been midweek games, weekend games. Manchester United getting past Aston Villa. Jota's last-minute winner against Spurs, which I just spoke about. Manchester City going top of the league. Manchester City beating Arsenal, of course. Obviously, we got the top 4 race, relegation battle as well, with Leicester City facing Everton tomorrow. Bournemouth.
That's going to be such a big game.
Yeah. Leicester City, Everton, big game. Bournemouth battering Leeds. And the NBA, obviously, the Warriors just won Game 7. What a game. Steph Curry being Steph Curry, 50-point game away from home, man. So they face the Lakers. So I know there's going to be a lot asked about that as well. And there will be plenty of watch-alongs. Big up, what is the panel's prediction for Lakers versus Warriors? My popcorn is going to be ready for that series. I got the Warriors in 5. And here's someone who tried to get onto me about my prediction, who's had the worst predictions in Sarcasm City history. Timo, yes, family, what are you saying? You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, cool. Let's get straight to it. Prediction. Lakers Warriors.
I'll say it once, I'll say it again. I'll say it in my chest here. Lakers in 6, man.
Okay, Lakers in 6. So, all right, the first 2 games are at Golden State. So, do you think you split them or do you think you win both?
I think split them and then goes back to Los Angeles. We'll take the 2 games in Los Angeles and then let them take back the second one, and then we'll take the series in Los Angeles.
Wait, is that how that works? Yeah, in 6 was it before 2? Yeah. I was just making sure. All right, cool. So you're saying Lakers in 6, I got the Warriors in 5. But all right, we will see. And there will be watch-alongs for those games, people. I was just looking at it on the fixtures on Google beforehand. So don't worry. Like 3 a.m.s, 3:30 a.m.s, we will be live on the Twitch for the Lakers Warriors series, as well as all the other series as well. Suns Nuggets, 7-6ers. 7-6ers Boston as well. We will be there for that also. Yeah, Warrior J, big up to you. Says big up Flawless. Did you see Liverpool versus Spurs? Yeah, man, of course, man. I did a watch along for it. Great game. Do I think Arsenal will drop to 3rd? No, I don't think they will. I think they'll finish 2nd. Flawless, how do you feel about Steph Curry getting the first 50-point game in a Game 7? First player to ever do that in NBA history. That man is special. And the sooner people just stop writing off the Warriors and are quick to say as soon as the Warriors lose or if the Warriors lose, the dynasty's done. They have Steph Curry who can go off at any point. You know what I'm saying? At any point, very similar to football when I talk about Real Madrid and I say, when you have Karim Benzema on the team, you have the best player on the pitch, which I believe they do against Manchester City. As good as Haaland is and Bruyne is and Vinicius Jr., I believe Karim Benzema is the best footballer on that pitch. So they have a chance. And more often than not, when Golden State play, even if they're not the better side, Steph Curry to me is the best player on the best player on the court. So you always have a chance. Man just went for 50 in a game 7. And people talking about them being done. But yeah, man, we'll see. Let's see what you lot saying. Question to Ryan: do you think Spurs were robbed of getting something at Anfield? It's a good question.
No.
Faz. Why? Why do you feel they weren't robbed?
Is he talking about the Jota red card?
Dennis, let us know. Actually, let us know.
I think that the Jota one.
Are you talking about Jota? I don't know.
But then the Jota kick. But then I think Skip was lucky not to get punished in the first half of that tackle on Diaz. So
Konate gave away a pen, but it didn't.
I didn't know if I didn't think that was too. I
was
think
that
it was a bit soft.
Was that on Richarlison?
Yeah,
Richarlison challenge.
Yeah, R9.
I've seen him give him. I've seen him give him, but I'm not going to say that was a definite penalty. It was kind of 50-50. He was an idiot for giving the ref a decision to make, but I didn't think that was a pen. I think it was a bit too soft. But then for their equaliser goal, we should have had a free kick at the other end. No, when Ben Davies fouled Salah, but Salah got penalised for it. And then they went at the other end, got a free kick, and then scored from the free kick. So it swings around about like they got lucky with stuff. We got lucky. You could say we got lucky with stuff like. So no, I don't think they were robbed. To be honest, no, I don't.
I agreed. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it is. Dennis also says Warriors and 5 flawless Warriors. Ain't that? I think it will. Ain't that? I think it will be a long series. Warriors in 7. All right, but you still have the same outcome as me. Golden State of the Real Madrid of the NBA. People always sleep on them flawless. This is crazy. Thoughts on the NFL draft? We'll go to Utah's. Thoughts on the NFL draft?
Ooh, let's go, man. NFL draft. It was a fun draft. A lot of random shit happened. Shit I didn't expect. Shit no one really expected. But hey, man, I'm happy it happened, and now we move and see what happens. The season's about to start soon. Everyone's gonna have their rookie mini camps in this upcoming week. Then we're really kicking off and going back to NFL season. We will be, if you want a real thought on the NFL draft, we will be doing a show very soon, recapping everything that happened and recapping everything that happened in the off season. So that's coming soon to the Twitch. We're just confirming what time everyone's available that we could do that. It'll hopefully sometime this next week.
See, there you go, people.
And so head to the Twitch for that.
Head over to the Twitch for that. Speaking for the Twitch, obviously we discussed NBA. Watch-alongs are over there. Obviously the F1 show that Timo's a part of, and Taza as well, alongside Victor. That's over on the Twitch as well. So if you're a fan of Formula One, that's the show for you. They did the pilot episode yesterday. So make sure you check that out. Continue to get your questions in. Over 40 of you in the building right now. How many likes are we actually on? We are on 22 likes. Big up Casualty FC for the raid. Big up Marshall every single time. Large up all the panelists over there apart from Surfer. So yeah, man. Love to everyone who's just joined from that raid. Bump up the likes. Hit the subscribe button. All that good stuff as well. Zane says I'm a LA Clippers fan. Condolences. That's all I can say. Condolences. It's a shame, man. I wanted to see Kawhi fit.
Wrong part of LA. Yeah, you're on the wrong part of LA.
You wanted to see Kawhi fit, man. That's why I asked me Martial to say fit.
Yeah, man, it is. Yeah, 100%. I actually wanted to see. I was like, all right, let's see how this series played out. I wanted to see Kawhi PG versus KD and Booker, but it didn't transpire. But it moves. Chris says, big up everyone. Taza, the Bears must, and he put must in capital letters, make the playoffs this year. No excuses now.
Hey,
you agree?
You know what, Chris and me go back and forth on this. Chris is a prick, He's an actual prick. Because Chris is my guy. Don't get twisted, but this guy, he is the deflection king. The way this guy deflects from the Bruno shouts, and talking about football, NFL, you're talking about the Bears. We will make the playoffs. We obviously, I don't think we'll win the division, but we'll get to the wild card. But buddy, you traded 3 first-round picks for Trey bum-ass Lance, and he's about to get traded because he sucks. And the 7th round pick is a starter over this guy. Hey man, fuck you, Chris, for saying the Bears. You deflecting bastard. Just wait till the NFL draft. The NFL show on Twitch. I know you're in there, bro. We will talk about the Niners and the abomination of that pick. We'll talk about that. So yeah, see, yeah, but we regard. Look at this deflecting. Look at this. Oh, this guy, man, makes me sick.
And Surfer, I said what I said. You know what I'm saying? Apart from Surfer, you know what I'm saying? F you, hold that, fam, hold that. You know what I'm saying? Dennis says, question to the panel: prediction for Knicks Miami Heat. Knicks versus Miami Heat. Miami in 6. Timo, what are you saying? What you got for that? I don't watch the East, so I can't even lie, Dennis. I'd be lying. I do not watch the East like that. So I have no idea.
I'll say Heat in 5.
You got the Heat in 5. All right, cool. What you saying, Tazo?
I got the Heat in 6 as well.
Got the Heat in 6. All right, first. Yeah. I've got you, Eddie. I'll send you over the link in a second. I got you.
Eddie.
Flawless, have you seen the Brighton? No, I've not seen the goal. I need to catch up these goals I've missed over this weekend and midweek as well. And we got doing the most tomorrow, so I need to catch up. Question to the panel: what does the panel think about Haaland getting his 50th goal in all comps versus Fulham? We'll go to you on this, Ryan. What do you think of Haaland? What his goal scoring record?
Freak of nature. Probably will go down as, I know he's still young, but will probably retire when he eventually does in years to come. Probably the greatest goal scorer in the history of the game, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like, you can talk about Messi, Ronaldo. I think, I'm not saying he's going to be a better player than those two. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying that he'll go down as probably the greatest goal scorer the game's ever seen, I reckon. Like, his numbers are just, to do this in his first season in the Prem, it's just got no words in it. It's incredible. He's just a freak. He's got, I feel like I've been having arguments with people like with the eye test merchants on Twitter, aka C1 and people like that. Basically,
C1 is definitely not no eye test merchant. He likes Cho and Havertz, but carry on.
No, but like he's like Jaude, Felix Stan, like all that. Dembele,
Jaude's man.
Nah, C1 is an eye test merchant, low key, but I hear what you're saying.
But yeah,
but you know when people, do you know there was that clip or someone, I forgot who it was, saying that Haaland should have won the Ballon d'Or or something like that, even if he like wins a treble. I'm like, well, and I think Cams or something, Liverpool Cams retweeted it, agreeing. I was like, bro, listen, the guy, if he gets City a treble with these numbers, how can you not really give it to him? No, it wasn't that. I think it was that, but it was when someone said he can't be the best footballer in the world or something. And I'm like, look, it's not all about eye test and flicks, man. The guy is scoring over 50 goals in a season. He'll probably get about 60 as well, man. Like, bro, come on, man. Like, he might not be the most aesthetically pleasing, but he's bro, that's just crazy numbers, fam. Like, come on, man. Like, on form, he is probably the best player in the world at the moment. I'll be real, like, he is probably the best. Like, Mbappe. I think the argument was Haaland Mbappe, and I think I said that I think Mbappe is a better player, like overall and stuff. Like, if I had a choice between one of the two, I'd take Mbappe. But right now, Haaland's a better player in form. Let's be real with ourselves. Like, Haaland's had the better season. Like, I don't really think there's much debate. Well, not. Yeah, I don't really, especially if Haaland wins some trebles. So, like, man, like, he's just a freak.
What is the record, though, in the league? Like, the actual Premier League
He's already broken that, hasn't he?
Yeah, he broke that at Arsenal.
No, before Haaland. Like,
I think it was Salah.
It was Salah in the Premier League, yeah.
How many goals? You should know.
32, I think.
Yeah,
when
it was
32. 2019?
It was 2017-18, his first season in Liverpool.
But you know what the crazy thing is? Haaland's got 50 goals the season about to end. Messi and Ronaldo, Messi got like 92 goals one season, and Ronaldo got like 80-something or 70-something. Like, we say Haaland's all this and that, greatest goal scorer, and but this guy still got all that shit, bro.
Yeah, but the level that those two were on was ridiculous.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying, like, perspective, like sometimes, like, they've just been so good for so long, we just kind of like brush it under the carpet, like how it became insane normal, they were at their prime.
It became normal for them. That's the thing.
Exactly.
That we all just became so used to it that over the years, the amount of years those two were doing it for against each other was a joke. Still.
Yeah.
But Haaland's an absolute freak, man. He I've never seen anything like it. I'll be real. Like, he's relentless, man. Like, his mentality when it comes to scoring goals, he's just ruthless. He's a killer. He's just unbelievable. And I think with City now, I think they were struggling to earlier on. Like, he was still doing his job throughout the season in terms of scoring goals. But like, I think because they were transitioning from a false nine system to playing with him, I think they were kind of struggling in that transition by their standards. But now they've clicked with him in it, and it's looking scary for everyone else still. Yeah, and then they got Alvarez as well, like, as a backup. Like,
and they still need to add to like their wide areas. Like I'm saying, like,
I think so. Yeah, because Grealish has started performing. To be fair to him, but I still think they need another one because they are a bit short in those wide positions. Because Foden ain't really getting too much of a look in as well, and I'm not sure if his long-term future will be on the wing. I'm not sure, to be honest, but. I think they'll need a bit of a midfield rebuild as well because I can see Gundogan and Bernardo leaving as well.
Yeah, there's reports of them leaving, so they will.
Yeah, and then a centre back. I can see because I think Laporte will leave, so I think I can see them getting Vardio, and maybe a couple of fullbacks as well because obviously Cancelo's gone and everything. They didn't really replace Zinchenko right with Sergio Gomez, so yeah, I think they could. I think the one area where City are weakened is they don't really have a good backup for Rodri. Like, if Rodri got injured, I think they could be a bit fucked in it because Calvin Phillips is a bum. So, like, I think if Rodri got injured, I think that's because I think he's probably their most important player because even if a Haaland got injured, they got Alvarez in it. Like, De Bruyne was injured, they still got like some Bernardo, Gundogan, etc. But if Rodri got injured, they ain't really got anyone who can offer what he does, and Calvin Phillips isn't good enough. So, I think that's one area they should look at in the summer as well.
First. Yes, Eddie. What are you saying, family? You good?
Oh, good. Lakers in 6. You already know what it is.
Come on, Eddie.
Looking forward to that series, man.
I've been observing a lot on Space. You know what? Fair enough for those people that have agenda against LeBron. They want Warriors to win, innit? But we'll see, innit? We'll see. I understand the jealousy, of people trying to get LeBron because some of them are Jordan merchants. So.
And time to shine, to answer your question about what's Lewandowski's best overall goal scoring season, 55 in
all
1920. Yeah, I think they did. The
season they won the treble.
That's sextuple.
Bear in mind that was like two-legged champions. No, that was one-legged Champions League ties as well. So,
with the water breaks and shit, man.
No, but I'm saying that if they were two-legged, you could add a few extra games there where he could have got more goals. He probably would have broken 60.
That season, did they clap Barca? Is that the season?
Yeah,
7-1.
Barca,
8-2.
Kind of like the leather in Champions League knockouts has always been a bit iffy, in my opinion.
Hey, Ryan, that's a conversation for another day.
It's a conversation for
Levin Disney, flat track bully. You know what I'm saying? We'll speak on you one day when your career's over.
Unbelievable.
We'll how about that Curry 50 ball on the road today? Big game player. Warriors showed that champions mentality. Great game to watch. It was a phenomenal
Lakers defense better than Warriors offense.
That doesn't matter. Elite offense always beats elite defense every single time. Every single sport.
You've got elite. Have you got elite defense?
They don't.
Is it elite?
They
I'm
don't.
asking.
Oh, stop it.
I'm asking the question. Obviously, you man are more knowledgeable than me, so I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm saying from what I've watched.
Who's the elite defender, Fator? Enlighten me.
Bro, and I know your. One thing I do know, Timo, is your takes.
The fact that you just said that, the fact that you just said who's an elite defender on the team, we're not having this conversation.
No, I'm asking
Go back to the tape. Do your homework. We don't engage with these despicable
ain't about
questions.
Me. He made the statement.
You just watched Game 6 and you said, "Who's your elite defender?"
I'm asking him because he said Lakers. He said Lakers are elite defensively. He didn't say a single
Lakers
player.
Defense better than Warriors offense.
The Warriors offense is elite. So that you are entailing that the Lakers
because Warriors should love from the outside. That's
you may have an elite defender. Doesn't make your defense elite in total.
All right, bro.
It's gonna be interesting.
Lakers in 6.
Lakers
in 6.
Monday night,
that's what I thought.
Lakers in 6, man. I'm not engaging in that tomfoolery. Lakers in 6.
We gonna like I say, that series.
I never said one player is a better elite defender, but overall, I'll take Lakers defense over Warriors offense.
That's oh my god. These guys.
Game 1 Tuesday night, people, 3 a.m. Make sure you're there. Tuesday night, 3 a.m. What's the game before that? All right, we won't do Knicks Heat, but Tuesday, 3 a.m. That'll be the game 1 of Golden State Warriors, LA Lakers.
How many times, bro, Flawless, does LeBron need to get his ass whooped by Steph? Before these guys learn. How many times?
Joke,
I don't understand.
Wow. See that, Eddie? You see that?
No, I mean again.
He's 3-1.
I'm not worried.
He's
I'm not
3-1,
worried, bro.
3-1.
Really
anyway,
not.
let me get to the
23.
new dons in the building. Yes, Victor, what are you telling me, my bro? You good?
I'm all good, man.
Yeah, man. Love to hear
Chelsea didn't play this weekend, so
love to hear it, man. You know what I'm saying? Still roll to 40 points. Yes, Jez, what are you saying?
Yeah, I'm good, Wilson.
Yeah, man. Oh, bless. Good to see you here. Let's see what else you lot are saying. Jota scored the winner. Should he have been sent off for the prior high foot on skip? Nah, I think it would have been harsh if they would have sent him off. But I don't know what's ascended. I don't know what's a red card and what's not anymore.
It's a weird one because you've seen players kind of sent off for it before. I personally don't think it should be, but then I could argue that Skip could have maybe been sent off first half, like I said, for that tackle on Diaz. Like, I don't know, man. Like, yeah, I mean, they could have both been red cards, but there's an argument for both, to be honest.
That's the only issue.
What you say, Eddie? Say that again.
I've seen people sent off for less. That's my only issue.
That's where the whole
consistency issue comes into.
That's where it's do I personally see that and think it's a red card? No, but then like Eddie said, I've seen red cards given for less. So it's like, why is that not a red card? But other instances, they just I don't know.
LFC for the double is speaking right there.
I don't know.
Let me hop back out.
No stress. If Casemiro does the skip tackle straight red,
I think Casemiro got sent off for a tackle like that against Southampton, didn't he?
Exactly. Yes.
It was kind of like that. So.
It wasn't that high. It was low.
No, but I'd say that Casemiro's actually when I deep it had a bit less force on it, and
you talking about the actual challenge itself?
Whereas Skip actually like proper connected with Diaz there, like.
Jota should have been sent off as well.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, Jota.
I think they both could have been, to be honest.
Yeah, we'll see. You lot continue to get your questions in. Just under 100 of you lot in the building. Big up to everyone who joined from the raid on Casually FC. Let's bump up these likes. We're only at 41 likes, people. So let's bump up the likes. Like check 1212. Let's get up to 60 likes. Also subscribe to the channel if you are new. We've gone over 6,350. Looking for 4 new subscribers, people, to end the month out. Get us to 6,355 people. That's what we're looking for. 4 more subs. There's just under 100 of you lot in the building. I know there's at least 4 people who haven't subscribed. Pay the toll, man, as you enter the city of Sarcasm. Just hit the like button, subscribe, all that good stuff. That's all I need you lot to do. And continue to share it across all the socials as well. And on top of all that, get the questions in, because this show is all for you lot. In particular, members as well. Funniest thing to happen this weekend is when Klopp pulled his hammy celebrating in front of the 4th official. Yeah, that's jokes. Yo, sit down, old man. You know what I'm saying? You too be old to be running up and down the touchline. You know what I'm saying? You like that one too, bro.
Oh, damn.
It's like, yo, relax.
Yo, man, he'll probably get banned anyway. He can rest in the stands.
Yeah, he can rest it. Yeah,
he'll probably get banned.
Rest your hamstring.
Why is he gonna get banned?
Because of what he did to the 4th official.
Yeah,
and I think after the game, he's made some comments.
And then hold his hamstring, basically.
And I think after the game, he made comments about Paul Tierney, the referee, about the fact he thinks he has like something against Liverpool, so he'll probably get done for that as well.
Oh yeah, he's defo. And speaking of that, Paul Tierney, in the comment section, yo, Paul Tierney, man, my G. You know what I'm saying? It's not the same Paul Tierney before people start giving him abuse. I'm joking. That's all. But yeah, man, we need to relax.
Maybe it is. We never know.
It's definitely it's definitely not him. 100%.
How can you say for certain?
Because he wouldn't own up to their inconsistency.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, man.
He'd be here defending the refs.
Or that's what he wants you to think. Yeah. He's a double agent, man. It's reverse psychology.
It's a reverse psychology. Yeah.
We don't know for sure. We just put that out in the air.
Is Eddie? Yeah. Your mic moving mad again. What does the panel think about Brighton slapping Wolves on Saturday and flawlessly playing them away on Thursday? Am I confident? Yes. Am I very confident? Absolutely not. So we'll see what happens within that game. I take a draw right now. They're flying. They're going to have their tail. They're good at home anyway. They're going to want revenge because of the FA Cup semi-final. Well, can we still go there and get a result? Yes. 100%. And there's more pressure on them than there is us because of the position
they're
in
fighting
the
for
league.
the Europa League position, aren't they?
Yeah, they still trying to fight for Europe. So them getting in Europe, whether it's Conference League, Europa League, Champions League, would be incredible for Brighton. Because when's the last?
I don't think Champions League will be possible. I think
I don't think it will be. But I'm saying they're trying to that's the aim, regardless. Like any European football, I don't think they've ever been in Europe, to my knowledge. Definitely not in recent times, like modern day era. Anyway, they've been in Europe. Would have been like early. That's probably like the 60s or the 50s or something. That being said, they might have won a European Cup somewhere like UEFA Cup. They might have more European heritage than us. Google that. I highly doubt it. But you never know. You never know with these things. But yeah, confident, yes. Very confident, nah. What are you saying about it, Taza? Confident?
Yeah. Mid. Like, the only thing I'm confident about is, like, we also struggle away from home because the pitches are really small and like we like to counterattack. Like that's what we're best at. But the Brighton pitch is the biggest pitch in the Premier League. So yeah. Oh. It's the biggest pitch in the Premier League. So
it's quite wide when I was watching the post. But...
Yeah. So we can just like, all right. Thank you, Jez, for that comment. But yeah,
I didn't leave it until shit. I said it already.
You didn't even have to say pause. That's what made it funny. I was even thinking it was a pause.
I think Brighton have a tough run in for the rest of the season, though. That's the issue with them.
So I think we'll be okay. Just get me a draw and let's just not lose.
Yeah, I'm having a look here. Yeah, Brighton, they don't have no Europe. They might have been in Europe, but they've never won anything in Europe. They've never been to a final anyway. I'm looking at it right now. So. Yeah. What they won? The charity shit, the Sussex Senior Challenge Cup, What is that?
Is that all they've won in their history?
More European trophies than Arsenal.
All they've won in their history is the FA Charity Shield in 1910. That was it. And then they were runners up in the FA
Cup. So no
FA
Cup, no League Cup, no nothing.
That's it. And then in the league, they were champions of the 3rd Division, South League One. They won League One in 2010-11. And then that's legit. So yeah, they've got enough of note. What the hell is this? This got to be a friendly. Sussex Senior Cup.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, some Sussex thing, but yeah, we move. What are you saying, Eddie, about Brighton? Confident, not confident?
Yeah, I'm confident. I watched the game. I think I'm comfortable with that back line now. Like, I think, we just don't bring it like as much as we do, but like I want us to, but like we respond well. And so I think we'll respond well to this challenge because I think this is like the hardest game we have left when I look at the rest of them. So, yeah, I think we should be all right. I don't think we want to have that shit happen again.
No, facts. No, I hear you. United for Life says, explain to me how the Kanate and Richarlison is not a penalty. It's not enough contact. That's what it is, United for Life.
He was clumsy.
Contact.
He was clumsy, but I did think it was a pen, personally.
Yeah. This is just not enough. If there was more, like if he had grabbed, like proper gripped up his shirt, then it's more. But because he's not done it, it's kind of like, that's what it is. He's not.
It was a bit soft, but he shouldn't have done it. Yeah. Like if he'd have given it the ref, I don't think he could have too many complaints because it's like you're giving the ref a decision to make it. It's pointless. Like he was never getting his head to it. Like, let's be real. Like,
yeah, he was never, I don't know why he didn't feel.
I don't know why he did it.
That's why
he's a bit like, I love Kanate, but he's a bit of a bozo still. Like he can lose his head. He can be too rash at times. Yeah. Like there are games where he has an absolute masterclass, but there's games where he's just a complete like against Forest last week as well. He was a bozo in that game still. Like
because he's carrying that scrub next to him, innit? That Dutch Don. That's what it is.
Bro.
They're both stressing.
Hey, bro. He's doing the shit out there, man. I said it, man.
Yeah, I'm saying, man, out there playing Twister. You know what I'm saying?
It's time to learn Chinese.
Done by Perisic,
you out there doing the limbo, man.
You know I told you for the season in the summer. I told you this man, bro. Ni hao. It's time to learn Chinese.
He's got one more season, fam. He's got one more season.
One more.
Yeah, you out there. You know what I'm saying? Like he's at carnival. What's going on? You know what I'm saying? It's not August yet. What are we doing?
This guy's looking crazy out here.
He's trying to get done by every single freaking player in the Premier League, bro. This guy is getting cooked.
It's the way it looked as well. It was bad.
It was bad.
It's the way it's bad. Man out there doing the splits. You know what I'm saying?
The memes they have, yo.
Oh, the memes are hilarious, yo. Had man doing the limbo. You know what I'm saying? Then it says, question to the panel. What is the panel's prediction for Celtics 7-6ers? Have Celtics in 5. And James Harden, can you rise, please? I just have to say that. What are you saying, Eddie? What have you got?
Celtics in 5.
You got Celtics in 5. Okay.
Yeah, Celtics in 5. It's about to get ugly.
Is that because of no Embiid?
Yeah, it's about to get ugly.
Embiid is out for 2 weeks. That's right. Yeah, Celtics sweep.
2 weeks.
This big ass is injured again, like usual.
Dog, like, don't even give him the MVP trophy with his brittle ass. Get up out of here.
No. We can't have Jokic win it, Eddie.
I don't care. No, put it in a vault and skip this year, bro. All these dudes just getting injured. I'm not here for any of it, bro. I'm really not. So, shit. And it can't have happened to a better fan base, Philly, except for Alon. Everybody else in Philly can hold that, except Alon.
I mean, Alon's from Canada. He just supports the Eagles.
Yeah, that's why
he's a Raptors fan.
You know?
Are you a Raptors fan?
Yeah. He's the Eagles fan, so I hear what Eddie's saying.
Wow. See, Timo, he's saying. I don't even know if he's there. Yo.
Oh yeah.
Nice to join us. Sorry, 76.
Celtic in 4.
Sweep, yeah.
Sweep.
I thought,
We got sweep as well,
I wouldn't be shocked.
I got a sweep. I got a sweep, man.
What are you saying, Jess? Sweep? Or gentlemen?
Who got the home court right now? Who got home court?
Celtics got home court.
Celtics in 6.
Wow.
Huh?
Yeah, I think Sixers gonna get 2 games.
First?
Did you see the Sixers? Did you see the Celtics with the Hawks at times, bro? Like, I don't know, they've been impressive like that.
Hey, fellas, I have a request. Can you please put me full screen real quick?
This guy's an idiot. Give me 1 second.
No, this guy, man. You waste time.
This guy,
just 1 sec. He thinks this is yoga. Hey, hold that, man. Disney, you scrub. Hold that, man.
Only Spurs could ruin such a beautiful moment that it was set up to be, dog.
Facts,
Only the Spurs could.
Facts.
It was
Fucking
so
Spurs.
Beautiful. It was set up so lovely.
Yeah.
My God, man.
The Richarlison goal of all people.
Yep.
Of all people.
Hey, do you know what, Eddie? You know what? When Richarlison scored, I low-key was wishing that shit was offside.
That's crazy.
Hey,
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Why was you wishing it was offside, Jez? What happened?
You know what it is with Lee Judges when Kane scores for England?
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
Lee Judges, by the way.
I can't stand the guy. I'm sorry for him.
But I understand. Actually, it's kind of the same because Lee Judges is an England fan, so he don't cheer Kane goals when he scores for England. That's true. All right, Fez. You just don't care. Yeah, I called it as well. As soon as he was on the pitch, I said I was like, it'd be just like him to score, and then he bagged, and then
I knew he was going to bag as soon as he came on.
You know what pissed me off more? See, the funny thing is here, I don't care that Liverpool won this game here. My issue is like, why is my man taking his shirt off after 33 games in the league, no goals, and then take your shirt off for an equalizer, not for a trophy or anything, for equalizer to get 1 point. Like, come on, bro.
It's because of where he did it, bro. Do you know how much he hates our club?
And then the other day before, the Giannis called after the game when they got bounced by the AFC. Actually, let's talk about it real quick, because
talk about it from the
floor. I fuck with Giannis, but my guy, your season was a failure, bro. What are we doing here about the season was a failure? This was just one step to success. Get the fuck out of here. And the way Nike is milking this fucking artist is insane. I'm sorry. You got bounced by the 8th seed. I'm sorry. You got bounced by the 8th seed. Miami, bro.
Nah, like, he tried it.
Joey, shout out to Jimmy Bucket, bro. You want to tell me you got bounced by Big Booty Larry? Come on, man. Come on, man.
Wild.
I can't do this, bro.
No, I'm with him. I'm with him low key, bro. Like, I understand him completely because it's like, yo, can we please stop acting like we can't apply context to words? We have to apply the context of you being the number 1 seed, best record in the league, and you lost to Jimmy Butler without Tyler Hero. You let Jimmy Butler just bust y'all ass like that.
Bro,
no problem.
Their second option is Bam Adebayo.
It's like, shout out to Bam, but what are we doing here? Like, what are we doing here?
And don't
I'm
listen,
with him.
Don't let. And I'm not even like a Giannis hater or anything like that. I fuck with Giannis, but bro, I'm sorry if I'm like, if for me, low-key, for me, that was pathetic. I know some people would look at it and say that was inspirational and stuff, but
no.
For me, nah, man. Like, for me, as a first seed, you can't do that, fam. You can't let that happen. Like, just don't. Just don't.
Yeah. So this is Dennis. Yeah, like obviously just mentioned.
That was literally
what does the panel about think about Giannis saying there is no failure in sports? Of course, there's failure in sports. The Bucks failed. Yes, the Bucks failed. Like if you set to reach a goal and you don't reach that goal, you failed. If the Bucks, what's it called? If the Bucks' goal was to reach the conference finals or to win it, or win it overall, or reach the finals, or reach the semifinals, then they failed. We all know what the Bucks' goals was bare minimum. Was to go back to the final. Like everyone had them written in for at least bare minimum the Eastern Conference Finals. And like you said, to lose to the 8th seed. Like,
in 5 games?
I get what he was trying to say, though. Like he was trying to say that I think it came off the wrong way. Like I think he was trying to say, like, yeah,
I think
even if you lose, you can take stuff away and like have learning experiences. I think that's what he was trying to say, but I think it just came off wrong. I understood his overall, like, overarching point, if that makes sense.
The overall point, I think a lot of people can understand, but I'm sorry, as the first seed, as a back-to-back MVP, I'm sorry, that sounds pathetic at the end of the day. Like, you have an image to protect here. Like, come on. For me, it sounded more like excuses at the time. Like it comes off as excuses rather than actually just saying, "Yo,
it does."
This is the thing. That's the issue. Like I think everybody can understand what he was trying to say because in the technicalities, what he said is not particularly wrong in my opinion. Like it's true. Like you can, sometimes you can take failure can sometimes be even the best source of success. Of course, like certain, like the feeling of losing the final. So you already know like how it felt like when you get to another final and you already know how the feeling is, so you don't want to feel that again. Like stuff like that. But in this context, I'm sorry. It's not like the Miami Heat are like great. Like we didn't have the Miami. Did any of you all had like the Miami making the playoffs even?
Hey man, I didn't know Tyler Hero was injured. He was holding them back this whole time. That's scrub.
But yeah, like I said, what Taz is saying is right. Like yes, and Jez mentioned it there. Obviously, you can learn from losing, and that can help you then win next season or the season after. But did they fail? Yes.
Yeah.
This season,
yeah.
Exactly. It's like people always try and do this. Like the whole thing with Harry Kane. Like I was having a discussion on the terrace, and I was talking to one of the Chelsea fans. Not have hope he was right, and I mentioned how Kane failed to get Spurs over the line against Leicester in that league title race, and he's like, "Oh, it's not all on him." I'm like, "No." But if Spurs would have won that league title, we'd be here talking about how he was the guy who took Spurs to a league title. So if we can praise him for it, if they win it, we can also criticize him for it.
Like if Vardy could do it, why couldn't you?
Yeah, exactly. Bear in mind, Kane's in a better side. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
why we do this? So Kane's like the Spurs side was better. You know what I'm saying? It was a better side. Yeah. So, and we seen Mahrez, we seen Kante, we seen Vardy help their side get over the line. So if Kane's as good as everyone says he is, why can't he? Why can't he do the same? So that's a fair critique. That don't take away from him as a player. He's a quality player, 110% world class. Well, if he's world class, let's hold Kane to world class standards.
Yeah,
it's like I don't like this. How people want to label players and give them all the plaudits. Cool, but I'm gonna hold him to that. Then I think Kane is world class. So let's hold him to. How did you get beat to a league title by Leicester City, and you have the better side? That shouldn't happen. That's why when people say, "Oh yeah, if you sign United, sign Kane," and it'll be the Van Persie thing. I'm like, nah, because he's not Van Persie.
He's not Van Persie at all. And the thing with Giannis is like, Giannis, the only thing I can give to Giannis is like, because of where he's come from, his perspective is bound to be different. Like how he grew up. Like you're talking to a dude who was like selling bananas and sunglasses on the streets of Greece to make sure he had a meal. Like, in the perspective in his life, he's not going to see basketball as like losing and winning as failure. But he still, not to say that he's not competitive as hell. Yeah, but I think in that moment, of course, he just, I think as well too, like he had to be professionally trained in the moment. It couldn't really say what he wanted to say. Because if he did, he probably would have got fined. Like he probably would have cut somebody else.
You can the way you approach the question, and once the journalists asked him the question, like you could see like he was fuming, but it was like he was holding back as well. But it's just like I said, I don't really have particularly an issue with it. It's just that it comes for somebody of his greatness. It comes from like it's for me when I see it's like, for example, Harry Kane comes after the Sheffield United game that we lost the season, says the same shit. I'm gonna want to punch the guy out. I'll be real. We lost to
it's
Sheffield
about
United.
articulating
We lost
it, right?
We lost
That's
to
the thing,
like you know what it's like. We lost to Sheffield United's B team. This is how I look
Kane
at
played in that game, right?
Yeah, Kane played in the game.
See what I'm talking about, man.
Yeah, I think I remember. I think he came on
He
the sub,
came-
but still, yeah.
He came on in the game. He came on.
Oh, don't start.
But
Go on,
I
carry
think when people say like you can understand and agree with when some of sportsmen say like certain things, but sometimes they have to articulate things better. That's the thing. Like it's like Klopp does it all the time, man. Like I agree with a lot of stuff that Klopp says. He just doesn't argue. He just articulates them stupidly. Like he did it the other day. Like he's gotten a lot of stick for like attacking our fans in his press conference the other day when he said like how we speak on social media. Like it's good that we don't have the power to make decisions at the club, etc. And I agree with that. And I'm glad our fans don't have the power to make decisions at the club because guess what? We'd be relegated if that happened. Because I'm trying to see the likes of Paul Machin have power at our football club and give Henderson a lifetime contract.
Yeah,
guess what?
You for DOF, man. Let's go.
No,
go on,
I wouldn't want to have power at the club because I know I'd let emotions cloud my logic because I'm a fan.
Yeah,
so Klopp was right in what he was saying. I agree with him, but he articulated it stupidly where it made it sound like it was offensive to the fans. That's the thing. That's what these sportsmen do. They need to articulate things better, man. That's the thing.
It's hard to do that though in the heat of the moment when you've just lost a series to the number 8 seed while missing 12 or 10 free throws, bro. Like as Eddie said, bro, Giannis has come from different, bro. When he started playing basketball at first, him and his brother used to change shoes during they used to be on the same team, but they didn't have enough money for two pairs of shoes. So they used to sub whenever one used to sub out, they used to change shoes and then the other one would go play. Like
that's mad.
Like he's come from like a different perspective. Like Giannis is different. Like he doesn't have that loser mentality, all that. Like him saying that might come off that way, but he doesn't have that like whatsoever. So
no, but
I think people are just like taking it way too out of context. Like
I agree with that. No. Like for me, I never really called him like loser or anything. Like I don't use these words for him because he isn't really one. Because like from where you were as a kid to where you are right now, you can't be a loser. Like you.
No, but the problem was he kind of made it about life, and it's like, yo, we're just talking about basketball right now.
Exactly.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Yeah. Like we're just talking about ball, bro. We understand like you had to do all that stuff. Like don't trip. Like we got you, bro. We respect that. But when we talk about this hoop, like nah, y'all fucking failed. Y'all might have flunked out the class if y'all kept it up. If we gave y'all some more games to fuck around with. So yeah, man, that's me though. That's what I think.
Yeah.
Yo, when did Klopp say that, Ryan? About the fans?
He's on Friday in his embargoed press conference. I think because he was talking about like the kind of midfield rebuild that we need, and he's acknowledged that we do need players, we need midfielders at the end of the day. But I think he was saying stuff like, "Oh, if you look at what he's definitely got a burner account on Twitter, basically."
Man, you'll be watching Sarcasm. I've been saying that for the longest.
I think him and Pep basically confirmed they gave me a burner account.
Yo, I've been saying that shit for the longest. Go on.
I think Klopp said he saw stuff on Twitter like before the West Ham game about games recently, like, oh, why is Curtis Jones playing? Why is Gakpo playing? Why is Matip playing the other day? And they all go on and have really good games. And it's like, I think he said something along the lines of, it's like, it's good that the fans aren't the ones that make the decisions at the end of the day. So he articulated it wrong because he made it sound quite patronizing at the end of the day. But at the end of the day, he's fully right at the end of the day. Like, come on. I don't want any of our fans to have a say in the running of our football club at all. Like, nothing in it. Legit. Like, zero for saying any of it. Like, and that includes me as well, by the way. That fully includes me.
Facts. Yeah,
if you'd have allowed the likes of Paul Machin as saying the power running of this football club, guess what? We'd have signed Connor Cody a few years ago. And do you know what one of the reasons he gave for wanting Connor Cody? Because he is Scouse. That is one of the reasons. That is the guy who gets a platform as a Liverpool representative on Gary Neville's Overlap show.
Hey, shout out Overlap.
Yeah, shout out the Overlap. But he's the Liverpool representative on it. And he is a guy who wanted Connor Cody at this football club because he is Scouse. And people want people
local, man.
You think I don't want it?
Yeah, it makes sense to me.
Bro, like,
I don't know about you,
if any of our fans got any power in our football club, bro, I'm fearing relegation instantly. Like,
what's that dude?
I get it. He definitely
what's
been
the
listening
dude?
to the
Sean
show.
Do LFC, like on Twitter.
No,
he's a weirdo, man. Like, he's funny
such
with it,
a
though. He's
weirdo.
actually funny with it. That's the thing.
He's a weirdo.
Well, yeah, I've been saying for the longest, fans are way too like emotionally invested. That's why,
of course.
The fact it sounded patronizing. It's supposed to. Like, yes, we all critique, but I never make out I know more than what's it.
I think Klopp should have articulated it better. That's just my opinion. But I fully agree with what he was saying. Like, I completely agree with it. I just feel like he could have articulated it.
I'm only super critical of like managers who I'm like legit. I believe I could do a better job than. So like during our reign under Ollie, I genuinely think I could have done the same job. 110% I could have done the same job. And I am no footballing manager. That's how bad it is. That's why I'll critique a Ten Hag, but I won't go overboard.
Yeah, of course.
Unless but when you're just making dumb decisions, like playing a double pivot at home to Rochdale, who are in League 2 in the Carabao Cup. Like, do you know, like, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? When Pogba's walking out the tunnel.
Come on. Hey, just move on. Don't remind me, man. I'm getting trigger words.
The reason why I remember that game in particular is that's because when I turned Ollie out, people. But yeah.
Can I address the
good time, man.
Can I just say the obvious, like, honestly, because unless you guys have already spoken about it.
Speaking about what? Say that again.
Unless you guys have spoken about it, like, have you guys spoke about the upcoming series that's coming up, Lakers versus the?
Oh yeah. Give us your thoughts. We did, but the floor is yours, and don't worry, people continue to get your chat questions in. I've started the questions I'm gonna get to, but yeah, go on, Jess. Before you go on, say prediction though. Before you actually go into it, what are you saying?
My prediction: home court advantage is to Warriors, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Competitive 6 for the Warriors.
Okay, first go on. Speak on it, from the floor.
I just gotta say, shout out to Curry. Game 7. I think this is the first time. I think he surpassed KD for the most points scored in a Game 7.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Steph. Sacramento Kings. Yet right. That was some good work. Good shit. It's a bonus. You're a bum.
Yes.
It's a bonus. You're a bum. And also, I was just gonna say, you gotta have these conversations about Steph, man. I've been trying to say, like, LeBron, don't get bounced again by Steph in the playoffs. Don't let. I'm already in the regular season game. Okay, man. Or whatever the.
That was in the regular season, but that was in the playoffs. But okay.
No, because I don't think because the Lakers and Warriors haven't played in the playoffs for years. So how was it?
Well, technically, that's a play-in, by the way, in 2020. That's 2 years ago.
Yeah, play-in.
You know what I'm saying?
Play-in.
This guy tried it, like we idiots, You know what I'm saying?
Exactly,
this guy thinks I might not know much about basketball, but I'll be paying attention. Don't try me.
But before I was rudely interrupted by some guy on the panel, you already know how I feel about like Curry deserves to be in these conversations that people don't want to happen because he's light-skinned and a guard. But hey, man, if he can do something this postseason where like he gets this team to a finals, to be honest, even a semi-finals, we gotta talk about Curry, bro. Because I'll be honest, like this Warriors team is not that good in my opinion. Guys are not stepping up. Clay is just ass. I'll be honest. Like he made a couple
injuries,
but exactly. But it doesn't change the point that he's ass right now. Like this team,
for sure.
There's no help. Looney is probably the best player after Curry. That is a problem. How is Kawhi Looney the best player on the Warriors?
No love for Draymond now. Love for Draymond.
Hey, relax with that, man.
I asked the question. I said no love for him.
You know what it is with Draymond? Draymond just out there, fam. Like this is how it feels like. You know when you need somebody.
What did Russell? What did Russell Westbrook say?
It's like? You know what it's like? You need 5 people out there to help, just to make sure you get the required numbers. This whole Clay and Draymond so far feel like I don't feel they're crazy impact. But nah, bro. Like I'm already prepared to have these conversations about Curry, but let's see how this postseason goes. Like obviously, this is just round 1, so I know people are gonna go crazy than that, but I'm ready for the conversations when the players are done.
Jez, thoughts on a member on the panel who shall not be named saying that the Warriors, like the Lakers defense is better than the Warriors offense, and with the Warriors offense being elite, right, and that is insinuating that the Lakers offense is also elite. The Lakers defense is also elite. Thoughts?
No comment.
Wow, you trying to tag someone in? Wow, pussy.
No, let me run through the. Let me run through this.
Why are you so aggressive?
Why are you so aggressive, Timo?
Let me run through the questions.
You tag someone here.
Hey, you man, relax. Flawless. Good to see Casemiro looking sharper today. He was so poor against Spurs and lucky not to have scored. Yeah, he was good. You know what I'm saying Casemiro was good today. He was. Nah, it's a legit thing, isn't it? The Sussex Senior Cup. Never knew it existed, but they won it last year, 21-22. It's like in the county of Sussex. So I don't know what other teams are in Sussex. Brighton, because we're talking about Brighton in Europe, and I was like, I didn't know if they had any like European heritage or like European history. Sorry, but now and like see what they'd won. Say that again. You on mute, Ryan?
These men don't have domestic heritage, let alone European heritage.
Yeah, that's true. That's why I don't.
I can't believe that when you said the trophy cabinet.
Yeah, they won nothing. I'm not surprised they haven't won anything. I'm not surprised.
Thing is, I thought I heard they'd won an FA Cup like quite a while ago.
Nah, runners up.
Not
they runners up in like
free Kane, man.
All right, cool game at Chelsea. Has the panel heard reports saying Ancelotti will be sacked if he doesn't win both the Champions League and Copa del Rey? I've not heard that.
I heard it.
Inshallah.
I heard
standards.
I've not heard that. Boy, it wouldn't surprise me. I seen a guy using Giannis's quote as a reason why Arsenal didn't bottle it. Hey, Chris, send me that clip. No, he didn't.
He has to be at this point, that brother's a character. I
wouldn't be surprised.
Let me go. Go on, Daddy. Say what he's saying. Go on, Daddy.
At this point, this brother's a character, dog. He got to be doing this shit for sure.
Hey, what carry are we talking about?
He didn't say that. No way, Chris. Where
he did. He did on the terrace after they lose to City.
Hey, I need that clip. I know Terry's clipped that up. Don't make me message Terry because I know Terry. If he said that, Terry has clipped that up 110% and posted it. That's why I don't believe this. There's no way he used Giannis's quote as a reason as to why Arsenal didn't bother. Because I spoke to him on Friday, and he was like, "No way."
It wasn't on the channel.
Let me talk real quick. Because these niggas, a little bit of pressure, and the time is not even over yet. A little bit of pressure.
It's over, fam. Let's be real.
I know. In my opinion, it's over. But just a little bit of pressure, and these niggas fold. The fan base fold. The players fold. The club fold. The manager fold.
They definitely bottled it for sure.
This is
without doubt. I agree with that.
Definitely bottled it.
Those players' wife is probably folded right as well. Can't believe that.
The crazy thing is, Arsenal have been at the top of the league for 247 days, though.
Yeah. That's all the views expressed by panelists on Sarcasm City TV are not necessarily always the views of Flawless or Sarcasm City TV. Go on, carry on, Jens.
No, I'm saying, but what I'm saying is like, that's why I don't know why people are deflecting this whole bottling tax on us. Yeah, Arsenal are the biggest partners.
Talk about
I've been trying to say it for time, bro. I dare them to not win it this time. I dare them. I'm sorry. No Giannis quote. No fucking Ramsdale tax. No fucking. We didn't have Gabriel. Saliba tax is gonna hide the fact that these guys bottled the league. Then if they don't,
do you know what else?
But I think you know what it is with this whole Spurs Arsenal thing. It's like. It's that myth, when people say Spurs bottled that title race in the 2-horse and finished third. No, it wasn't. It was Arsenal who actually bottled the title. It wasn't Spurs. It was Arsenal. I don't think Spurs were ever top that season. Arsenal
we were never. Even the Chelsea season, we were never.
Hey, Flawless, I'll send you the video. It's on the 10 minute of that video.
Appreciate it, man.
I've been trying to tell man about Arsenal, about them being the real bottlers of North London, the real ones. We just suck. That's the reality. But Arsenal, their history is bottling. They bottled the Champions League final. They're bottling in league titles. You know what I'm saying? How's Fergie getting a three-peat on your head top? Man, I'm saying, like, come on.
Bro, the thing is, they don't want to say they bottled it because it's the one thing they have over Spurs, right? It's the bottle job tag. That they're so afraid to be called what they clown to Spurs be as that they're afraid to say that they bottled it. That's what it is. That's what. That's why these guys are deflecting it, and it's not just a bottle job. People, this is a historic bottle job. Like they are history makers. They made history, never been done before. They showed the world and they proved to the world like how to be that good for so long and then bottled it right at the end when it matters most. They are history makers.
You know,
like
Arsenal should.
Well, you might continue 1 sec. Hey, over 100 of you like in the building. Let's bump up the likes. We're only at 55 likes, people. Like check 1212. Get us up to 70 likes, please. Make sure you subscribe to the channel as well. Continue to get your questions in, members. Don't worry, I'm starring all the questions from you lot, of course, as well. If you super chat, I'll get straight to your question as well. Firstly, obviously, before you man continue, I'll go to you in a sec. Eddie P, what are you telling me? You good?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Before you go to Eddie, quick, I have to say this before I forget, bro.
Yeah.
You know, I saw Arsenal fans before they played City, I saw them hyping up the fact how they're finishing up with Tottenham, some touchings day and all that nonsense. Well, you guys are hyping the fact up that you're finishing up with us just after you battling the league title. See, do you see these Arsenal fans? You see these Arsenal, they have no chest. This is no the fake chest that you have out there. Fucking Operation Dr. Miami hype shit. Don't say this nonsense, this Arsenal fan base. Every time they do this, fam, like these guys piss me off. Like, bro, you know this, like I'll be honest, the Fulham Man City one, I was more nervous than the Anfield game today.
Jesus.
I didn't care about the Anfield. I didn't care about the Liverpool Spurs game. For me, Man City Fulham was the bigger game.
Yes, I understand.
I was saying, like, for me, this means more than a trophy. Mm-hmm. Like, I can't see Arsenal win this league title for no. Like, if they don't win it, man, like, you can do all this some touching stuff you all do. I'm gonna have a field there regardless. From like, I'm in a group chat full of Arsenal fans.
Yeah, that shit quiet now. That bitch is quiet, isn't it? That bitch quiet now. Yeah, that bitch quiet now. Tumbleweeds in that motherfucker.
After full time, listen, bro. After full time, when the Man City game was over, 3 hours silence. I was out there trolling with Liverpool fans in there. Where you at? I was saying, like,
the problem is they make it so much worse because of how they talk.
Yes.
Right? Like, the thing that Spurs have on their side is, like, they don't brag about a history. Like, they just fuck with the club and go on about their business. But Arsenal wants you to respect them as a historical, like, legacy club. And the legacy just ain't there. Like, for as much stick as we give Chelsea has created a greater legacy in a span of like 10 to 20 years than Arsenal has in their entire existence.
True.
And they don't like that. They don't want, so they need to. And it's funny because, like just said, like, I hear from a lot of Arsenal fans every year how glad they are to finish above Spurs, but then I hear them also say that it's so weak of Spurs fans to always talk about how they're in a higher category. I mean, they're in a higher place than Arsenal.
Keep spitting.
It doesn't make sense, bro. It's like a lot of it is just bluff, like just they have nothing to like sit back on, so they just kind of talk this wild shit like that'll make it, history seem like it's not what it is. Yeah, bro. It's a lot of shit going on. Bro.
You know what it is as well. Like, Arsenal fans should be thankful to us for beating Tottenham in that Champions League final, because if Tottenham had won that Champions League, Bro, I don't know who these Arsenal fans could chat to then. I'll be real with you. That's like Tottenham would have had the ace card. They would have had the trump card in a battle with Arsenal fans. They could just say, yo, Champions League, hold that. Like, literally.
They'll just be like, Champions
you
of
know what I would be doing? You know what I would have done? You know what I would have done if we would have won the Champions League? I'm not even using the Harry Kane trophy picks with the Champions League trophy. You know what I do? You know when the players walk past the Champions League trophy with the silver medal and how Henry passed with it?
Henry.
That's what I would have done. How your greatest player didn't want it and then run away from the club just to go to the club. He did a KD. He did a KD on you.
Basically, Divock Origi did more in the Champions League for Arsenal than Henry.
That's what I'm saying. Hey, come on, man. Like,
I might tweet that, you know. I might tweet that. Divock Origi did more in the Champions League for Arsenal than Henry.
Tweet right now, fam. Please.
I'll tweet after because I'm streaming on my phone.
All right, cool. Now you can leave the stream and tweet. We'll still be going live,
Nah,
man.
it's all right. I'll tweet after.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm legit going to tweet. I've been winding up so many
you know
people
what? I know you have the bare face to do that. I don't doubt your ball. You know what I'm saying? You got more ball than I.
I've been proper winding people up.
I'm saying that. I know. You know what I'm saying? You're wind up. I know this. You acting like I don't know. I'm fully aware. 100%. What you lot saying? Marcel says, what you man saying about the relegation scrap though? And is there a watch along for Leicester Everton tomorrow?
I can't wait for that game.
There will be there will be a Leicester Everton watch along tomorrow, all on the upcoming live stream schedule. That's over there on the Twitch. In terms of it, I enjoy it. I think it will be Southampton. I think Everton are gone.
You think Everton go?
I think Everton go.
I think Forest goes.
List, and then I think it's between Forest,
Leeds,
and Leicester. I'm hoping it's Leeds, but I think Leeds will go because of their fixture list as well.
Yeah,
I don't know. I think it'll be close, but you see, I think Southampton definitely gone. Forest, I don't know, man. I don't know what the run. I know Everton's running.
I'll tell you
hard.
now.
I know Everton's running is very hard.
That's
if Everton wins tomorrow, I think
Forest got more away games. Forest got more away games than home games.
And but
they got away. They got away to Chelsea, so they got a chance. That's 3 points.
That's true.
I know Everton's away form is trash. So like, if they lose tomorrow,
you know, so I don't want to argue with you. Everyone just accepted it.
Everyone was just like, yeah, he's not even trolling.
Wait, what are we talking about? I've not listened to the last 5 minutes.
We're talking to
relegation scraps.
So
yeah, Peter, you're here. You're the expert. How are you doing, big man?
Hey, man, look.
So, sure.
Look, we're going down, but at least we contributed to Arsenal's downfall. So it is what it is. You're all welcome.
Yeah, hey, that's a dumb low key.
So this is Everton.
We took 2 points off Arsenal this season. It is what it is, man.
You did. So
you coming down with us.
Obviously, Everton play Leicester obviously tomorrow, and then technically today now. Then they're away at Brighton, home to Manchester City, away at Wolves, home to Bournemouth. See, that's tough, man.
Hey, man, let me look at this table. Let me look at this table.
That's tough, man, for Everton. Like, that is very... I think Everton and Southampton are gone. And then Forest, they're... Go on.
Go, no, you go on. Keep going.
All right, so Southampton, this is their running. They're away at Forest, Monday the 8th. Whew, that's going to be fine.
Hey, man.
I'll have to do a watch-along for that. I wasn't, but I might do a watch-along for that. So they're away at Forest on the 8th of May. Then they're away to Chelsea, home to Arsenal, away to Palace. See, I don't see them getting that many points.
We're not away to Chelsea. We already beat Chelsea.
No, Nottingham Forest, fam. Forest. This is Forest fixtures. Yeah. And then away to Palace. See, that's a tough running. Home to Southampton won't be easy. Obviously, relegation 6-0. Away at Chelsea, Forest are the favourites. Home to Arsenal, not going to be easy. And then away at Palace. I think Forest might be gone. Fuck, I need Leeds.
Yo, Sean Dyche might actually get relegated this time.
Yeah, I think he is. You know what I'm saying? I bring Frank Lampard. I blame Frank Lampard. His peak it is.
You know one thing about Sean Dyche though, he isn't doing a good job there. It's like Frank Lampard's got to take most of the blame, obviously, but like in terms of managerial role, there's bigger problems at Everton. Like they're the worst run club in the country, innit? But like in terms of Everton,
and before you continue, this is Leeds, innit? One sec, Peter. Away at City,
right?
Away at City, home to Newcastle, away to West Ham, home to Spurs. Yo, they might do a Chelsea and not win again for the rest of the season. They might go. Yeah, go on, fam. Go on.
I think Everton are gonna make it.
Nah, I don't think
really.
They will.
I think Everton and Leicester are both gonna make it.
So who do you think goes down? You got Leeds and
Forest, Leeds, and Southampton.
All right, so let's run through it. Where do you see Everton picking up points? Because obviously they got Leicester away today, away at Brighton, home to City, away at Wolves, and home to Bournemouth.
Well, I think Everton are going to beat Leicester today.
Okay.
I think that's going to happen. The week after, Leicester play away to Fulham. and I think the last day they have West Ham at home.
I'll tell you Leicester's fixtures down in a sec.
I just looked at them like a couple minutes ago.
I don't think Everton win. Have you seen Everton's away form?
Away to Fulham, like you said, home to Liverpool, away at Newcastle, home to West Ham. I can see Leicester winning. I think they beat Everton today, and I think they get past West Ham on the last day of the season.
Yeah, I think they'll beat Everton.
I think Leicester will beat Fulham next week, and I think they'll beat West Ham on the last day because West Ham will probably be in that Conference League final, which everyone forgets is a competition. But yeah, West Ham are in the semifinals.
Yeah, I'm all for it. West Ham to have more European heritage than Arsenal. I'm with it. I'm willing West Ham.
Well, like West Ham also, like they're 5 points above the line. They'll be safe by the time it's the last game.
I think so too.
They play they play City and United, but they have Brentford, Leeds, and Leicester as their last 3 games. Like, I don't actually think West Ham are going to go down. I don't think they think they're going to go down either. They'll barely survive, but they'll be there, you know. So it's Leicester are playing a couple teams that are probably going to have nothing to play for. Everton, they have Bournemouth at home on the last day. I don't know how Bournemouth have scammed this.
I think they'll be down by then, Everton.
I don't think
that game's going to matter.
I don't think anyone's going to be down by then that isn't down already.
Bro, Everton's running is horrible, man.
So Leeds, Leeds is running is horrible.
But I think Leeds still have a couple of points on
Forest isn't great either.
Yeah, Forest is not. But Forest do have the away game at Chelsea. They do.
But like Forest is away
form so terrible.
Yeah, away form is terrible, but then your home form's up. Plus, they play Forest. They play Southampton at home. I think they have the more favorable running out of the teams we're talking about.
I just disagree, man.
So who do you think has the toughest running?
I think Forest is the worst, to be honest.
Really?
Yes.
It's definitely Everton.
I don't think it's worse than Leeds.
Actually, fuck Leeds, but like Leeds lucky also haven't won in forever.
Yeah, fuck Leeds.
Say Leeds running again, I forgot it.
Give me a sec. I don't know why.
I got it right in front of me.
Tabs. Yeah, go on.
So they have City away. Never mind. Yeah, theirs is the worst. City away, Newcastle at home, West Ham away, and then Spurs at home on the last day. Yeah,
hey,
Spurs at home they could get.
Hey, last day of the season.
Harry Kane, Harry Kane is dependent on that. If you let Leeds United stay up, don't come to Old Trafford. My life, I swear to God, innit? I swear to God, if Leeds get a result and stay up, Harry Kane is on you, solely you, and I will use that against you shamelessly. If Leeds stay up because they get a win against your football club, if you relegate them, you will go up in my estimation. You know what I'm saying? Don't come to the palace like you got to cut off man's head and bring that to us like a peace offering. You know what I'm saying? And that's what you got to do. Like Killmonger did when he entered Wakanda in Black Panther. That's what you need to do. You know what I'm saying? And that. Or like Monet just did to the Russians, the black guy, I can't remember his name, in Power. Spoiler alert, but you should have watched it. Like, that's what you need to do. Bring the heart of Leeds or the head of Leeds in a ice cool. That's what you need to do. Yeah. If you do that, Kane, I will vouch for you coming to Old Trafford.
I do want to say, I know Wolves held 6 yesterday or whatever.
Yeah.
But they're safe. They're safe, and congrats. Because they were 20th.
Big old Gary O'Neill at Bournemouth as well, man. But these are an amazing job.
Bournemouth, also, I'm convinced Bournemouth have the stinkiest squad in the league, but like,
it's so random. It's so
He's kept them up comfortably. It's crazy.
They have 39. They have as many points as Chelsea do, and that's crazy.
Oh my word!
Hey, Chelsea got 2 games on hand, to be honest.
Hey,
what do games in hand mean for Chelsea fans? Let's be honest.
It's 2 games in hand regardless.
Yeah, actually, Chelsea
for
Chelsea. They play Bournemouth. But you know Bournemouth.
Yeah, you think games in hand mean anything for us? We don't win.
Hey, over 13.5. Where do Chelsea finish?
I think they're
definitely under.
13.
Definitely under.
Yeah, I say 15.
Under.
You say 50.
50, 60.
Guys, you guys don't understand.
Wow. But then their running is hard, to be fair.
We will literally, so May 6th we play Bournemouth, right? When the full-time whistle goes in that game, we'll be 14th. We will be 14th, I promise you. Because we're going to lose to Arsenal. And then we're going to lose to Bournemouth. So Bournemouth will already go above us.
Yes.
It would just be like fucking Wolves to scam a win against Villa and go above us as well. We will be 14th, definitely under.
Yeah, Ryan. Have you seen the table, Ryan?
I saw them in 12 today.
Yo, all right, so I'll tell you, Chelsea currently sitting 12th on 39 points, 32 games played. Bournemouth are also on 39 points, played 2 games more. Wolves are 2 points behind them of having played 2 games more. West Ham are 5 points behind Chelsea. And
Chelsea's running as well because I know what they're running.
Yeah, Chelsea's running.
Games in hand don't matter with Chelsea.
It's a good job. Chelsea ate it out from relegation strap. It's a good job.
How many points will they finish above the relegation zone at the end of the
Only like 5 or 6.
Fuck me, man. That's bad.
They play Arsenal away. Bournemouth away. Forest at home. City away. United away. Newcastle at home.
City or United.
Yo, flawless. I've got a scenario, yeah?
Hit me.
Imagine Chelsea finish like 5 or 6 points above the relegation zone. And then they get done like for like FFP like early in the summer. They get like a 9-point deduction or something. And they go down. Oh my word. You might need these points, you know.
That means if Chelsea do go to the championship, there will be championship watching.
Oh yeah, 100%.
You know what?
I'm watching the championship.
You know what? We're actually just surviving on those points that Tuchel got us at the beginning of the season, and the fact that Dewsbury Hall is shit.
Oh my god,
that's literally.
Dewsbury Hall's a bum still.
By the way, do you guys see the video on the timeline every time when Chelsea drop points? They got a video where like Newcastle beat them apparently 9-0 on the last day.
No, I've not seen it.
Now it's like an edit on things and it said that Chelsea are relegated.
Chelsea
the thing is, I legit think we're gonna get like 1 more point.
Me too.
I think you'll
at least one.
Yeah, you'll get a draw at home to Forest. You'll finish on 40.
We'll be watching on to that game, people.
We'll finish on 40.
I think you'll lose every other.
If you look at our form over like our last 20 games, like we're in like 16. Like we're not. We're only going to survive because we're going to run out of games to possibly relegate. That's it.
That's facts. Because you're currently 10 points above.
But we've been on 39 points for a minute.
Yeah, if this was 10, if you was in this position and there was 10 games to go, like you.
I'm telling you, like the moment we scammed those wins against Leeds and Leicester, I was like, oh my god, we're safe. When we run 32, we're like, oh, we'll get to 40 with like 50 games left. I was like, are you sure?
Imagine if somehow like Frank Lampard had gotten Chelsea and Everton relegated in the both season. He would legit be the worst prem. He already is the worst prem manager of all time, but that seals it.
This is a special ability though to get.
The thing is, like, you guys can wish for Chelsea to get relegated all you want, but like the math,
it's not going to happen.
It's obviously not going to happen. We all know.
The math isn't going to work out because they're just running out of games.
Yeah, I know.
I did the maths. You know what I'm saying? As soon as you got 39 points,
we've been through it already multiple times.
Yeah.
Like, do we deserve to go down? Probably.
I am thankful that you know with Everton, yeah. It's like last season, you know. I think I said it to you, Flawless. You know when Palace bottled that 2-goal lead against Everton and Everton stayed up. I thought that was the best chance I'll ever have of seeing Everton go down. I've got another chance already to see it happen, man. Honestly, I need it to happen, man. I need those fuckers to go down.
I get it. Hey,
it's even more like I hated them anyway, but after the Van Dijk injury, I've gotten even more of a passion to see Pickford get relegated still.
Oh, this will be so good.
I'll never forgive him for that. Never.
We should send them Richarlison on loan as well, just to make sure that they like can stay up.
Yo, Richarlison kept them up last season.
I know they're prick, and it's like, and I hope we just loan them out to Everton. Like, surely they need to get up again.
Might as well. Dennis says, question to the panel. Does the panel have the Suns beating the Nuggets? I told people the Nuggets ain't no joke team. It'll be a long series. So obviously,
I have a hot take. I don't think it's a hot take.
Go on, Eddie. Close yours. Go on.
Chris Paul got to hold that bench.
That's not a hot take.
It's not a hot take. Yeah, Chris Paul got to hold that bench. I'm going back to Booker at PG. I'm putting in Torrey. I think it's Torrance or Torrey Craig.
Torrey Craig.
Yeah.
And I'm starting what's his face? Okogie.
Hey man.
And
I would do it, but you got Mr. Preacher Monty Williams over there that doesn't want to do it.
Doug, and it's like, look, I don't know if Terrence Ross said something, but it's one of those series where we got to play.
If I see Landry Shamet first body off the bench
again. I see it again. Landry Shamet minutes disgust me, man. He's so
Landry Shamet is actually terrible.
He's so ass.
But hey, look, I don't think the Suns are gonna win the series. You guys can overreact to game ones all you want. That's fine. But
that's cool. Go on. What you got the Suns in what? Pio?
I said 5 before. 6 probably seems more realistic.
All right, so Suns
I'll
and
go with
6.
6.
Eddie, what you saying?
I gotta go Nuggets in 6.
Okay.
Gotta go Nuggets in 6. And it's strictly basketball. I just didn't like what I saw from Aiden yesterday.
Hey,
That's it.
We'll be there tomorrow. Have no fear.
Fam, there was this clip of him just staring at Jokic rebound the ball. I'm just like, yo.
The thing is, did Aiden do that? Yes, but our whole team does that.
Okay.
It's not just him.
I feel that. I got you.
Aiden and KD had 21 of our 36 boards. Like, how can 2 guys get all the rebounds?
That's another thing too. Like somebody else, I guess they don't trust Biyombo. I don't know, but it's like, yo, he got 6 fouls.
Biyombo can
he
go
got
back
6 fouls.
Biyombo can go back to building hospitals in his village or whatever, man.
Hey, yo.
Hey, people, just want to say
it's
it.
the Congo. Listen,
hey, we're gonna get canceled, man.
Before
he can't go back. He can't go back. He can't go back to the Congo, my
I have to say quickly before Flores puts us away again. Lucas Moura, go back to Brazil and sell food, man. Like, I'm tired.
That's it crazy, bro.
Go be a food seller again. Like, go feed your family.
Hey, yo.
He can hold that, man.
Can I ask a question to Chelsea fans?
Yeah. Let me just run through this quick and then
ask me a question.
Jazz, this guy a clown. Suns and Nuggets. Who you got?
I think I'm repeating that. I do think people kind of overreact from the game one. Wherever it's going to be 6 or 7. I think it's going to be competitive 6.
Suns in 6. Taz, what are you saying? Nuggets, Suns.
6.
Suns in 6, yeah?
6.
Timo, what are you saying?
Suns in 7.
Okay, cool. All right, go on, Brian.
What I saw some links about you being linked with Mane. Like, what do you think of that? Because I can't lie. If that happens, I think Todd Bowley deserves prison. I can't even lie to you, man.
What's this Mane hate? Why do you all Liverpool fans hate Mane? I see it on the TL. Oh, Mane was everyone's like,
he's not finished.
Everyone hates him. Everyone hates him. Yeah, but like,
you know what it is? No one hates Mane. It's the fact that it's more the fact when people are saying we sold the wrong winger and how much we miss him and stuff. Bro, the guy's been finished for time. Like, we could see he was declining for the last couple of years, to be honest. At Liverpool, he was declining. And then he's obviously flopped at Bayern this season. Like, we know he's finished, yet all we were hearing was, oh, Mane's such a big miss. Oh, you sold the wrong winger, like, everything like that. I think that's why Liverpool fans are saying this. But no one hates Mane. Everyone loves Mane, our fan base. He's a club legend at the end of the day. But I can't lie, he's finished. I think Chelsea links, man. I would have said they surprised me, but they actually don't because it's Chelsea now. So, like, you man get into Mane, yeah, man. You might as well keep Felix. I can't even lie to you still.
Nah, I can't lie. I'm behind on this one. Like, Chelsea, they can't get Mane at this stage, man.
Yeah,
like,
it's ridiculous.
I don't know if this is like a Pochettino signing or anything. No,
apparently, he was a big Mane fan. I'm sure.
He was, but that was like in 2016.
Yeah, that was when Mane was like.
So say like this between about 2023, Mane who in the Bundesliga even like doesn't look this athletic beast that he used to be. Like
he lost his pace.
Even last season.
That's the thing. He was so when he was at the top of his game, he was P&P. Let's be real. He was kicker on. He was P&P, and his P&P was a joke. But from I would say midway through the COVID season, you know, the 2021 season, you know, that season where we lost like 6 home games in a row and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Finished like 3rd. Like Mane was starting to declining from the middle of that season, and he could and that's why. Why do you think we brought Luis Diaz in the next January after? Because we knew Mane was finished there. That's why we brought Diaz. Like, he was the Mane replacement at the end of the day. Like, Mane was declining for time because he was losing his P&P. He was losing his pace and explosiveness, and you could tell that in his game. He was nowhere near the same player, and I can't lie. I've seen him a few times at Bayern. Like, he's just finished now, and I know Bayern fans they want him out still.
Very tired.
Yeah, they want him out.
That's the thing. Like, it's
sad to see because I love Mane, but still.
That's the thing. Like, I mean, certain players like you. Sometimes, like, Father Time just gets certain players earlier. Like, Modric is playing still at 37. But again, Modric is a complete different player, which relies on different stuff in it. So it's just one of them as well. Like, but if Chelsea really are interested, if this is a genuine thing, somebody needs to get arrested. Whoever it is, somebody gotta get arrested. I'm sorry. Like, you probably a better chance.
Mane, guys. Chelsea are gonna buy Mane.
I don't think.
Yeah, I agree. I
just saw some links with Mane. It surprised me.
Of course, Chelsea have also been linked to everybody under the sun.
What are the Champions League ties?
When are they? Did you say?
Yeah.
The week after.
Week after this one. There's still Premier League games in the middle of the week.
De Bruyne is probably out for those games now.
Wait, what?
You not heard? I'm sure I heard he might be out for 2 or 3 weeks.
Where did you hear this from?
Oh, someone posted it on put it on the Liverpool.
Why are you only saying this 1 hour and 27 minutes into the show?
I thought you guys would have known.
Where? How did he get injured?
I might
today?
be wrong because apparently Pep said there's no time scale in his return and stuff.
Did he get injured? Did he get caught today?
No, he didn't play today.
He got injured in training.
When did he get injured in training? Where is this?
Wait,
hey, chat.
why am I hearing about this just now?
You know what's hilarious?
You man didn't watch the City game because you were watching United.
Let this be noted, people. Ryan, my apologies to you. Actually, if like City run for a treble, one of their key players got injured.
No one cares about City, bro.
This is the point I'm getting to. We are an hour and a half into a show, and nobody's mentioned this in the comments. Ryan just brought this up randomly. So when people say, "Oh, City this, City that," if this was Liverpool and Van Dijk Salah got injured, that's news. If this is United and Casemiro got injured, that's news. If Chelsea are in that situation and Thiago Silva gets injured,
he did get injured.
You know what I'm saying? No, but that's a topic point. You know what I'm saying? If Chelsea are in that situation, Chelsea are on for a treble at this moment in time right now, and Thiago Silva gets injured, we're talking about it.
What did he say? He's ill. I'm sure I heard he was injured.
No,
the point is nobody in the chat said it until Ryan started saying something.
Literally, bro,
I'm sure I heard he was injured.
I saw it earlier. Fabrizio tweeting about it, but I forgot.
Yeah, Fabrizio tweeted something about it.
I'll read the quote. Please. Pep Guardiola. Kevin De Bruyne is not with the squad as he doesn't feel good. He has some injury and could not travel. Time scale for return? No, I don't know.
I heard 2 to 3 weeks. Apparently, Romano said 2 to 3 weeks. I'm not sure.
What's the injury though? That's why
I don't know what the injury is. But it looks like if he misses the Real tie, that's a big.
Dennis, you're in the chat. Is Modric fit? I heard Modric going.
I don't think Modric
got injured. I don't know how long he's going to be out for.
I think he might miss the first leg, Modric.
Hey, let us know, Dennis.
Might be back for the
Real Madrid fan.
Hey, man, look.
But to be fair, I think Madrid have still enough to cover it, to be honest.
What you say, Pio? What you say?
Pretend that Kevin De Bruyne is going to miss this, but he'll be out there in 10 days, man.
Yeah, I can see him. The fact that he said there's no report of what the injury is what it is. I'm just hoping. This is just on hope. I
think it's such a big miss because
I don't care.
You know, a few years ago I would have said if a KDB gets in, you know he got injured that season and they still won.
Yeah, you would have tried to say they were better without him. I remember.
No, yeah, I did. But now I did say that. But now he's so important to them now because of Haaland, because he's got the best connection with Haaland in it out of all the other players. So if they lose that, then that's a big part.
I have to say something on this.
That's a big part of Haaland's byline gone.
Increased because Haaland showed up. No, man.
I have to say about this KDB thing as well. Like, I'll be real. When I saw him not in the starting 11, I had tears in my eyes because I was scared for this. I thought that Man City gonna chop points against Fulham. I was scared.
You really thought City were gonna fold?
We got a good man, which is City in that Champions League and that. So if he's out,
I don't care about the Champions League. Like,
I know you don't. I do. Like, I'm invested. You know what I'm saying?
If they want to go with the Champions League, I don't care. Bro.
Fuck all that.
I need to just don't get the league title and
I don't need them winning no chance, man. I need them out, man, because then it would just be great just to kill all that treble talk as well.
You'll see one saying having a go at me, bro. See one, man. You still get excited for João Day, bro. Like, allow it.
I like João Days. Don't do that, man. Don't disrespect Jow Days. I like Jow Days. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you like Demon genuinely looks forward to watching Jow Felix.
I genuinely look forward to watching Jow Felix. You think I'd be watching Chelsea just for no reason?
No, but you watch it to see him fail. Let's be real.
I don't.
Because we play for no reason. Why do you watch us? You know we're not going to score.
Yeah, because I enjoy it. You know what? Because the viewers also like watching it. The viewers, someone literally asked in the chat.
Bro, he does a nice little half turn sometimes.
It's like when people say, it's like when Eddie says to me, why'd you do the Lakers? Because the Lakers do more numbers. Yeah, only the Lakers can crack at 1,000 views. You know what I'm saying? At 3:30 a.m. UK time. This is what the Lakers do. That's why I was so glad they got through. Like, give me Lakers Warriors 7-game series, 100%. Bring me Chelsea doing what Chelsea do with more Jow Days. I can't be a fan of the sport. I can't be a fan of certain players.
It's just a quarter day now. It's just a quarter day.
I was saying Jow Days. How dare Lampard? You get what I'm saying? And he dropped him twice in a row now, innit? You dropped him twice.
I think twice. Yeah, twice in a row.
Nah, he put Conor Gallagher up as a 10 now.
We got this new front three: Conte, Gallagher, and Sterling. Man.
Oh my God. That's brilliant. See, look, United Live said it here. Flawless. I'm like, yes, I will be doing Bournemouth Chelsea. There will be a watch along.
You are a Satanist. Yes. You actually don't like football.
Why don't I like football? I do.
You actually don't like football.
You telling me that's not a potential 3-4-1 Bournemouth game? That's gonna be entertaining as shit.
Oh, so you don't like football?
Why do I like football?
Your City Leeds going at the same time, and you're watching Bournemouth Chelsea.
I want to watch City Leeds. Why don't I want to watch my City rivals win?
City Leeds all day.
Because they're beating Leeds. I thought you hated Leeds.
City Leeds is a Haaland hat trick.
I do hate Leeds, but I don't like City. So it's kind of like, it's too. I wish they could both lose. You know what I'm saying? I don't like watching City.
Yeah, I don't like football, man. He's not.
I love football, man. What do you mean? This is why I watch all teams. You know what I'm saying? And I watch.
Hey, how come United have a random late game on Sunday, May 7th? What's going on?
Bank holiday, the Monday, so they can't put the game on the Monday.
Oh, by the way, I heard that there's a new winner of the.
Oh, why is it at 7 p.m. UK on Sunday?
I have no idea why it's 7 p.m. Wait, what? Did City play that Sunday as well, or did they play the Saturday?
Oh, they played against Leeds. When you're going to be watching Bournemouth Chelsea because you don't like fun.
I do like fun. Seeing Chelsea get packed by Bournemouth is a lot of fun. We won't be there. You know what I'm saying? Speaking of someone who's seen Chelsea get packed, yes, family. What are you saying, Lewis? You good?
Pray for the Chelsea.
Nah, fuck the Chelsea.
Hey, Lewis, what happened to Road to 40 points, mate?
I don't think it's
which episode is it? No, which episode is no? Episode 30. Episode 34.
You know the crazy part is, I was with Lewis. I was with Lewis on New Year's Eve, and he was talking about, Chelsea just get me to 40 points, yo. Fast forward.
Yo, flawless.
Still right there.
We're in May, bro. Earlier on, Flawless.
What do you say?
I did something about Chelsea the other day, which is crazy. If it wasn't for Tuchel, Chelsea would probably have less points than games played.
Yeah, if it weren't for Tuchel's points, we'd be 19th.
Peter just said that, but if you're listening, you'll know.
Right.
Oh, did he?
Had less points per game played for a minute now.
I thought about it the other day.
Victor, that's crazy. Victor,
maybe
he's a prick, bro.
Wait, I don't think you guys
understand. Prick.
Yes, Victor is a slide prick.
I don't think you guys understand, right? So let's look at a table right now, because Chelsea got 10 points in their opening 6 games. Everybody talking about how the manager is a terrorist.
Yo, one sec before you go, Peter. I'm getting feedback from someone. It's someone like with a felt tip or something.
Might be Eddie.
There we go. It's gone. Yeah, we good. Yeah, go on.
So
was it me?
I'm not sure. I don't think so. Well, it's
10 points.
It's gone. Now it's back.
We had 10 points in our first 6 games, right? So in our last 26 games, we have 29 points. Bear in mind, when Potter came in, first 3 games were wins. So if you take those out, we have 20 points in our last 23. Like, we're actually since November, we're on relegation form. Right? We have been this bad for 5 months. And it's not getting any better. Right? But take the 10 points from 6 games, that's 1.6 points per match. That's like 61 points over a Premier League season. We would be at or about where between Brighton and Brentford off that pace, which isn't good, but that would be 12 more points than we currently have. Okay, so just to put into perspective how awful Chelsea have been, we have 13 losses. one more, and that's the most you've ever had in the Premier League season, I think.
Tuesday.
Yeah, so Tuesday. Hey, but Lewis, I thought we were getting points at Arsenal or something. But
Nah, it's not happening. I wish it was, but it's not happening. We're holding 7.
I believe in the Chelsea.
There will be a watch along for that game as well on the Twitch. But yeah,
Chelsea Arsenal on the Twitch.
Well, that's his asshole.
Why are you
This
doing
is the worst Premier League season from a
because
side.
there's no other game that day, and the people want to watch it. You know what I'm saying? The people will be there. People have enjoyed watching Chelsea. You lot do big numbers. I'm here like Alam said, flawless sacrificing people's time as a ritual to make it big. We see you, Flaw. I do what does the biggest numbers. If the biggest numbers were Leicester City, I do more Leicester City watch-alongs. I do Chelsea.
That's not the point.
People enjoy watching Chelsea. That's what it is. Blame the people, not me.
And anytime a team is in misery, you say, "Oh yeah, there will be a watch-along for that team." You always do that. You always do that.
Yeah, but
don't hide, big man.
Hey, it's a
always do that.
What do you want to say?
Misery loves company. People enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? To that. Just because the Chelsea fans are miserable, that's on them. That is my fault.
Two things can be true, but you don't need to just you rub it in like it's crazy. I'm
just advertising.
We're talking about men rubbing it in. Pause.
I said pause. Calm down.
Calm down. You don't tell us to calm down.
I said he rubs salt in the wounds. Pause. Like you know what I'm saying? Like,
nah, you ain't saying all that.
But as I was saying, it's like the people will be there.
Hey, you know what? Hey, Alam. Oh, Alam's not here. Fuck. Hey,
he's in the chat. He's in the chat.
We're level with Genk going into the Belgian League playoffs, so we got a league title still brewing. UCL.
We will be there. We will be there. We will be
there.
What you lot are saying. Dennis says, I'm running through the last final. Get your final few questions in before I close out. Question to the panel: where does Vinicius Jr. rank in wingers in the world? For me, he has the best. He's one of the best left wingers in Europe. He's been the best left winger in Europe. Non-biased. Benzema getting back into shape. Hat-trick on Saturday. 3 hat-tricks in April. Hey, we need Benz, you know what I'm saying, in his best form, 110%. In regards to Vinicius Jr., I've not watched him week in, week out to say, but I'm not going to argue with anybody who says he's not one of the best left wingers. I've seen him in the Champions League, like, in particular, the performance away at Anfield, especially when they were 2-0 down. Like,
sure, man.
Very good. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, hold that, man. Why are you blaming me? Because your team hold on to a 2-goal lead. Yeah, I'm glad. You know what I'm saying? Hold that. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad. But yeah, Vinicius Jr., and what I've seen, quality left winger. I've been sold on it. Like, he just needs to do the business against Manchester City, and then he's done what needs to be done. That's it, man. Him and Benz, Modric, Camavinga, Chouameni, all the guys.
Well, Modric ain't playing
business. Well, if he's back the second, he can be there. He can be there in spirit. As long as they clap City like they clapped you lot, then I'm happy with it. Just knock them out and be good. Yo.
Next Saturday, you're doing Bournemouth Chelsea?
1 sec, I'll tell you now. Let me look at the match.
You mentioned that you're just a sadistic asshole. So
just you saying this to me, you know, the fucking irony, you know, the irony.
Is Bournemouth next week, or is it
the 6th of May?
Man. No, it's Bournemouth first.
Yeah, Bournemouth Chelsea Saturday the 6th of May. Yeah, and then I'll do Liverpool Brentford after.
Fucking 2 away days in the fucking week.
Up the fucking Chelsea, mate. Let's go.
Chelsea, mate.
Hey, man. Hey, Lewis, what happened to vibes, big brother? What happened to vibes?
Fuck you and fuck
what happened to vibes? Yeah, fuck your vibes. It was your vibes. It was your vibes. Talk now.
Here's my vibes. Talk now. My headline is my fucking vibes, bro.
Wait, flawless. Yo, why are you doing Liverpool Brentford?
I was
it's the half-5
fucking vibes.
Wait.
Plus, Ivan Toney watch as well.
Oh, fair enough.
Which platform are you doing Liverpool Brentford on?
Both on the Twitch. Both of them will be Twitch.
Yo, can we run Union Saint Gilloise versus Antwerp on YouTube?
Yeah, no.
Why not?
This guy, no.
Why not?
Union Saint Gilloise.
Union Saint Gilloise, man.
Yes, every Union Saint.
You slander Union Saint Gilloise all you want. Your team's in 13th, and you still pay to go to the matches. Who's the real loser here?
Hey, game 42, man. At least I got unlucky, man.
Unnecessary strain, man.
Yeah, hold that. You too.
Lewis, you actually get paid though in it, so it makes sense. I get why you do it. I told you, go make your money, man.
Yeah, it's slightly worth the mental trauma.
I would do the same shit. I said if you lot get relegated, I would do the Chelsea fan TV thing
for
half the price you do.
Mountain Gallagher in my back garden, I close the curtain.
I think we're gonna close up if we get relegated.
What? You can't close up. You know what I'm saying? If you lot get relegated, you won't know.
Hell, Preston North End away on a Tuesday night, mate. Come on.
Let's go,
Actually,
man.
QPR away, it's worth a proper
There you
West
go.
London derby.
You know what I'm saying? You could actually be the Kings of West London in the Championship.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, because you're below Fulham and Brentford, man. So you can
There's
go,
a nice little redemption story.
Redemption arc. You know what I'm saying?
Redemption hype, man.
At least you ain't the
Well,
worst team in West Ham. I mean, the worst team in London. That's West Ham, but they may catch you still. So yeah.
Yeah, they
may
might.
finish on more trophies than them.
Thankfully, Brighton pammed Wolves, so they didn't go above us.
Every team in London either's above them or has more trophies. By the end of the season.
Yeah, but you know what none of those London clubs have? A European Cup.
West Ham
might have one. West Ham might get one.
Yeah,
still.
so you can't hold that big man.
What, a Conference League? Oh, no.
Hold on. We have one.
They really finished.
Oh, no. A Conference League.
You can say all that you want. You'd be praying to get in there right now. You'd be praying to be 7th right now.
I'd only want to be 7th for the Conference League content.
Yeah, Conference League content would slap still.
Other than that, I wouldn't give a shit.
I'd go to the bridge for that. Cause I know there'd be some empty seats. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no one's signing up to that shit.
Yo, when are Brighton making up all these games they have to play?
So they play us on Thursday.
They're going to be midweek games.
They have like 7 games.
Yo, Lewis getting feedback from you, fam.
Oh, one sec. I'll go on mute.
It's cool. They play on the 24th against City as well. I think that's the 2.
They have like 7 games that they still have to fit into their calendar. They have like a month. That's horrible.
Yeah, they got to figure. Like I said, they play us on Thursday and then the 24th of this month. Oh yeah, they play Newcastle on the 18th as well.
Hey, this delayed Brighton UCL charge, man. I'm here.
Yeah.
Hey, Brighton, the UCL, I will be there.
Oh, it's definitely not happening, but like it would just be fun.
I need I don't care what happens.
I'm here for the Super League sport.
Liverpool to get Conference League will be hilarious.
We won't get Conference League. We'll get Europa.
Them playing competitive matches in July, I will die.
Hey man. So, Jez,
we'll get Europa to be honest.
So,
good
Jez,
content though.
Yo, what is it?
Do you actually want Spurs to be in Europa League, or do you care at all?
I talked about it last time on the show that we had just the other day.
Well, obviously didn't go to the show, nigga.
Wait, you didn't show it? You didn't watch it? Yeah, go hit the like button, nigga. What the fuck?
I hit the like. I said something, niggas, but I obviously didn't listen.
Yeah, you did say. Yeah, you did say something. You did say. You did.
Nah, but what I was saying, for people that didn't know, I was saying I don't mind Europa League or Conference League.
Oh, you did.
If there's a chance to win it, but if you're not in there, I won't cry about it either. My predictions anyway, 8th. Like we could finish the season 9th. I looked at the table.
Hey man, there's a giant chasm. There's a giant chasm between the top 9, then Fulham's in no man's land, and then it's all the rest of us.
Literally.
We're actually 6 points below Fulham. This is disgusting. And their striker got banned for 8 games.
Yeah, is Mitrovic still banned?
Yes.
Oh, yeah,
yes, because he melted down at Old Trafford. Bro, they killed their own season.
Shout out Mitrovic for that, man. Real one, man.
Oh my god.
Real one.
I don't like how that just happened and everybody just let it go.
I forgot about that.
Yes.
That's on him.
You got an 8-game ban for that, Eddie?
Yeah, man.
So they banned him for the season.
That's why that bum ass Carlos Vinicius been playing.
He scored today, man.
He scored a goal today, man.
All right, never mind that he would be like tied for our top goal scorer if he was like whatever.
Hey, Winnie go. And I'm still upset at Joe.
Who else scored today? My guy, R9, man. Hold that.
One Richarlison goal.
Hey.
R9.
Hey, you know what? Fair play to R9 because there's actually a funny enough. I saw a stat the other day that Diaz was put out before he scored. Let me get it because it should be still up on the Instagram.
Wait, random question: did Napoli win the league today?
No, they drew literally. They drew.
Like last minute.
Here's the stat that I saw on Instagram. 249 different players have scored in the Premier League this season. Richarlison isn't one of them. This was before today.
Yeah, and he was the 250th one, man. Respect R9, yo.
Yeah, and he took his shirt off and then we lost.
Yeah, that's because of Lucas Moura. That's because of Lucas Moura. That's why
he took his shirt off
and then we lost.
It's because of Lucas Moura, man.
No.
R9 did his job.
No,
that's all I'm saying.
He got my. Bro, See, at least the Leicester one was more. The Leicester one was like that. That was crazy. Bergwijn didn't fucking took his shirt off into the fight. We won the game.
He took a shot off and we lost.
Nah, him doing the pigeon dance at Liverpool. I'm leaving with something.
Nah, he did it.
I'm leaving with something.
Jesus, that's why.
Yeah, I'm leaving with something. I'm leaving with something.
No, we don't need shit.
That was hilarious. He took his shirt off and we lost.
Hilarious. How did Spurs do it in Istanbul just to throw it away like that? Like that's so
fucking
sad.
That's Tottenham, but
that's only Tottenham can do that, bro. Only Tottenham.
Yo, Lucas Moore's probably got more assists for us than Henderson.
I'm sorry. Like
I checked my phone. I saw 3-0 in 16 minutes. I'm like, what the fuck is happening? And then I checked my phone. I saw 4-3. I saw 4-3 winner in the 94th minute. I'm like, what just happened?
I still haven't looked. I have seen none of the goals bar the Liverpool winner. I don't know what the fuck this.
It was a good game though. It was a great game.
I don't care if it was a great game.
Have you seen the Kane goal, Jess?
When he turned Van Dijk. I told you I've seen none of the goals.
You know what the crazy part is? Spurs should have won the game.
I heard this shit, but you know what? I don't care. When you go down 2 goals in 5 minutes, I don't care. But but I'll be so honest, fam. Lucas Moore,
we lost.
Lucas Moore, I'll be real. If somebody wanted to jump in London today, I don't even blame them. How? Yo, this was
relax, man.
That was one of the best. That was
read the thing at the bottom of the screen, people.
I'm sorry, you gotta let me cook on this because I'm real. This was one of the best footballs of the season. Like, how can you? What was he thinking? Like we have this best ball playing defense of all time. Like, oh man, if I say what I want to say, I ban the channel. This is how bad it is. Like, I'm just happy he leaves the football club, so I don't have to. Thank you.
You gotta save it for the Union Saint Gilles watch along, man. We got a league title.
Hey, what time is that game at? What time is it at?
It's at 5:15.
Alright, cool.
All I gotta say is,
we'll
man.
be on YouTube. We're the main event. You niggas can hang out on Twitch.
It's not on YouTube.
We're definitely waiting. But the last 2 games.
Yo, crying. You run on YouTube. We'll run on Twitch then.
You want to run it on Twitch? Yeah, you can go on Twitch. Wait, what time is that? Yeah. If you want to run it after the Finky game, then yeah, it says be doing Liverpool Brentford. Yeah, if you want to do it, run it on Twitch.
You're really trying to watch Liverpool Brentford. Let's be honest.
Look at this.
Nah, I really was. I was on.
You don't care. You don't care that much.
I do care, man. I like the Ivan Toney watch. You know what I'm saying? But we move. Go on.
So we know Ivan Toney's good. We just know he's also gonna get banned for gambling.
Yeah, that's fucking easy. You know what I'm saying? I enjoy watching good footballers, like I stated. You feel me? That's what it is. Ivan Toney, João Felix, the list goes on.
The last two games all played was Everton came on for 6 minutes and gets a red card. 3 match ban. Yeah, he came on against. This was the last 2 games. The first game was against Everton. Played 6 minutes.
Oh, that's when they conceded the banger.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
He conceded the banger. Against Keane.
Yeah, that was a bad.
Then his 3 match ban, his first game back is against Liverpool. And then he does this. 1 minute played. This is his only contribution of the game.
Bro,
the assist to Jota.
Man, I'm sorry.
Nah, I'm sorry, bro. This black shit needs to lift my club. I'll be honest.
Yo!
Yeah, you're gonna need to pull that up.
Yeah. That's why I just left it there. All the views expressed by panelists on Sarcasm City TV are not necessarily the views of Flawless Sports Sarcasm City TV.
I don't care.
Big up just saying the truth, man.
You can call it black on black hate. I don't care, bro. Like, I'm done.
Black on black violence must end.
I'm done, bro. Nah,
pretty much.
Him, and then Richarlison taking off his shirt at the
drop. Yo, alarm dies.
Bro. Them two, and it's ironic. It's ironic that the Brazilian pigeon was.
Hey, calm down. Nah.
Now y'all want him to stop. Nah.
Because now you're disrespecting R9.
Now you don't want him to stop.
No. Now you're disrespecting R9.
Let him land. Let him land. Just let him land. Let him land.
Because just this guy, not only did he have to do that, not only did he have to do that, but this guy was supporting Lucas Moura, having a fucking poster for "Welcome back, Lucas" in the under-23s game against Chelsea for Lucas Moura. Nah, bro, these Brazilians have to leave my club. Emerson is lucky because I don't see this guy too much. He's lucky, but then too, go back to Brazil, Santos, fucking whatever the places are called in Brazil and sell some foods, man. Like, go get your money in the streets.
Why do they have to sell food? Why? Like, why?
Go.
Why?
Yeah,
I don't care, bro. Like,
yeah, that's why I just left it. I know.
I'm done, bro. Like, them, I'm not even fuming about that we lost today. I'm fuming about that stuff. Them two
Hey, man. If your boy Romero could defend better, maybe you wouldn't.
I don't care.
Two goals in 5 minutes.
Hey, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe if Charleston knew the offside rule, maybe you could have picked up some more points for us this season.
Yeah. But we're talking about this game in individual.
I don't care. I'm talking about the whole season.
Yeah. Whatever, mate.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Says the guy who said Romero's better than Konate. Says that guy.
I heard you guys. I heard Richie. I know you like Richarlison so much, and I heard you need another striker. Go get him. 10 million. You can have him for 10 million.
All right, what you saying, OC, when you good, fam? Yeah.
It's a parade in my city, bro. Lakers on 7.
Lakers on 7.
Tell him C1.
Tell him C1. Bro, I'm one of the best players in the league. I ain't scared of these niggas, bro.
Yeah, right, man.
Who's that? C1?
Bro, he's been the best defensive player in the playoffs, bro. You know his name.
Who?
AD, you know his
United
name.
Spurs of America, big up as well, man. Large up everyone that's locked in as well. We are going to close out very, very shortly. Final few questions before we do LFC for the double.
Come on, team.
Oh, yeah, let me fit. Link for the membership is in the pinned comment as well, people. It's in the pinned comment. What do you guys think about Everton's future? Looks bad, might not be able to afford a new stadium and probably won't come straight back up, can spiral into a crazy situation. It might be the best for them, though, in terms of game.
Should have kept Lampard.
What I'm saying, yeah.
He's the reason they're in this position, bro.
Lampard's going so well at Chelsea, yeah? You know what I'm saying? I'm big up to Vinci.
Hey, Lewis, you deserve this,
Lampard and went down.
Lewis, you deserve this, by the way.
Leave me alone, bro.
Bro, I told you,
fam. On to me, bro.
But yeah, in regards to
I didn't think it'd be this bad.
Yeah, you should. Yeah, fam. That Lampard. I don't know how you did not see this coming with Lampard.
Hey, man. Hey, Lampard, the manager, man.
You know, Lampard's a shocking manager. We watched him at Chelsea and we watched him at Everton. Why was it going to be different?
It couldn't have been worse than that.
And it is because now you're 0-5. What are you 0-5 now?
You'll see one just doesn't like
just genuinely an idiot,
bro. Like,
yo, talk about it. Go on.
That's just level.
Chat about it, Lewis. Well, what is it about Lamps you don't like?
Bro, he's just crap. Like, what else?
What you mean? More details.
Lewis was backing him.
Give me a sec. I'm just getting back to my.
No stress, Lewis. Hey, we'll get back to you, Lewis. But yeah, in regards to Everton, LFC.
Mayday.
Yeah, it might be best. It might be best for them to get relegated because then that way, like I said, you can clear out the wages because I know they got big players there on big money. I know that much. So maybe that's the best, and they can try and get stable. Obviously, the Championship might be a division you don't get out of, and it depends who they get as their next manager. Do they keep Sean Dyche? Does Sean Dyche move on? Who do they then? Who do they then? So then that's the question of who do you then go and get? What's the relegation release?
But their board is so bad. Like, they're probably the worst run club in England. Like,
yeah, but what's the board?
So then, even if they go to the Championship, they probably still won't be well run.
But then Ornstein, I think a couple of weeks ago, was only talking about how there's a lot of clubs who there's a lot of people who want to actually buy Everton, even if they go down.
Oh yeah, of course, that makes sense. I get that. That could make them all.
Yeah,
that's a prime example. Just that could make it. Now they're cheaper because they're in the Championship, so then it's an easier buy. So maybe that, of course, it's a tough division. It's tough to get. There's no guarantee they go to the Championship and bounce back up. Like I said, it's dependent on players. Can they keep the core of these players? Do the majority of these players sell? What's the relegation release clause?
So a lot of the players are Championship standard.
Yeah, so they'll do well in the Championship.
But then they have got some like Onana, who obviously
you put them in it. Like I say, if you put that side in the championship, they should get out of the championship. That's what I keep saying. It's dependent on how many of those players they keep and relegation release clauses.
They'll lose Pickford. They'll lose Onana. They'll lose Tarkowski.
Gray.
They'll lose Gray. They'll lose Iwobi. They'll lose Calvert-Lewin, even though he's injury prone.
No, I think Calvert-Lewin will stay, to be honest.
You reckon Calvert-Lewin goes championship? He's injured all the time anyway. It don't really matter.
Again, these are all the question marks in regards.
Yerry Mina will stay.
Nah, Yerry Mina will go. Yerry Mina will go.
Nah,
I promise you right now.
Proper Everton, man. He said he'd stay.
Bullshit, bro. Bullshit. Obviously, he's gonna say that to the fans, bro. He's leaving. Yerry Mina's leaving, bro. He'd be one of the first ones out if they get relegated.
I'll catch y'all later, right?
Yo, Eddie, love you every single time. Right. Yes, Prime. What you saying, family? You good?
Oh my God, Mister.
Oh, here we go.
I'm good. I thought we were having a Lewis funeral, man. Let's cook.
Nah, he's going to be back. Don't worry about it, man. We'll get there, man. So I'm glad you can make it. You know what I'm saying? Take your seat. You know what I'm saying? Proceedings will be away.
Yeah, of course.
Away.
I'm here to dance at the grave, man. Let's go.
That's to this question. Warrior J says, Flawless, what's the reason you hate Leeds again? I'm a Manchester United fan. Warrior J, Google it. Like, it goes further than football. Like, it's a whole geography type thing. Lancashire, Yorkshire, Red Rose, White Rose. Like, it goes beyond football. Plus, it's Leeds. Nobody likes Leeds. It's fucking Leeds. I'm saying, great place, but Ellen Road's.
I like them.
Yeah, exactly. Ryan likes them. There you go. If you're liked by
Ryan, I don't mind.
I'm top out there. Big up.
Hey, Timo, big up.
Pause.
Yeah,
pause.
What was the pause?
He said he's having.
Is that a pause?
What?
Is it? Is that a pause?
Huh?
Is it a pause? I don't know.
You go on saying that. You go on saying it.
It's not in my vocab. I don't use it. It's not in my board. Yeah, I don't see that. You know, we move. Right. Yeah, Lampard is chasing 007. You are right. I was saying you are right, Nuno.
Oh man.
Well, yeah, any rivalries, Warrior Jake, or anything like that. Nah, it's not even a my bad thing. You asked. All you have to do is just Google it and it will pop up. Like I said, Google will be able to explain it much more than me, because even when I Googled it, because I was explaining it to someone about the United Leeds rivalry and just how it goes like even further, like beyond football. Kind of like United Liverpool. Like that's much more, like it's much bigger than football, like the whole Manchester Liverpool rivalry. So there'll be details in there that I don't even know about. And it goes way, way, way back. Are you talking about these men fighting wars and shit? Like way back when. Tudor times and all that. You lot continue to bump up the likes as well. Subscribe to the channel, all of that good stuff. Let's see, did I miss anything? Let me see what questions I missed from you members.
Well, someone was asking.
Go on.
Oh, what my profile picture was. If you could just, show them real quick.
Oh, yeah. 1 second. Bear with me. 1 sec. Hold up.
Where everyone could have seen it. You don't need to.
This is Van Dijk today after he got sent by Perisic. These guys want to make the Martinez joke, and he's actually been really good this season. But this is just VVD. After I told Ryan what was gonna happen to him this summer, I told him. But yeah, we move. Yeah,
you didn't. You said that Konate was better than him last season, which he wasn't.
No, I said that Van Dijk was finished.
No, you didn't. Go back to the streams.
Yes, I did.
That Konate was better than Virgil last season.
This guy, man, you're actually doing this, man. You're actually doing.
Virgil was still.
I told you that, and then you also said that you wouldn't be surprised if Nunez ended up on more goals than Haaland.
I did, because I thought Pep's attacks might settle in terms of Pep's attackers usually take a season to settle in. I was wrong.
But it didn't though.
Yeah, exactly. I admit I was wrong.
And to Dennis, who says Barca Real
I
Madrid
never
rivalries.
once said Nunez was better than Haaland.
That's true. Barca versus Real Madrid rivalry deeper than football as well. Yeah, most are. If there's anything whenever there's any rivalries due to geography, it's normally like much more. There's much more in it. You know what I'm saying? Than just
Pakistan, India.
Type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, for instance, Pakistan, India, and cricket. I don't even think they can tour in each other's countries.
I think Pakistan,
that goes beyond.
The biggest one.
I won't get. If I try to get a India visa, they won't let me in.
Crazy, because they can't even tour in each other's countries, right?
I'll never go to that. I'll never go to that
smart.
shithole in the first place. But just for safety.
Big up all my Indians, because it's the biggest. Wait, it's the second biggest population in the world. So large up, you know what I'm saying, my Indians. I know we have Indians on the analytics. So large up to you. That was Murtaza that said that. So yeah, don't direct that.
Yeah, hold that.
Yeah. What's wrong with you?
Yes, Lewis, what are you saying, family?
Fuck you, Jazz, man.
You good?
Up, bro.
Yes, fam. What are you saying? Yeah, well, Prime's deaf. But where was we at? Oh, yeah, with your manager, Super Frankie Lampard. You said it's got worse. What's got worse? Talk to us.
Everything. Oh, the results have
Like
stayed
that,
the same.
serious?
Like,
Okay.
we were losing before, we were losing afterwards, but we look worse.
Are you losing worse?
Nah, I'll be real. The results got worse.
I mean,
but
it's
at
still
least
1 or 2 goals, but it should be like 4 or 5 in most of them.
Wow.
And just
You
get
want
away
Arsenal?
based on who's playing and like what their mood's like. Do they feel like having a good game or not? Or now they're on the beach. We're overdue getting spanked. It'll be in one of these games against the top 4. But whoever it is, we're a 3-point. We ain't serious. I was telling this to Troops. He's sure we're scoring on Tuesday. I don't see where it's coming. I want to see that, but I don't know. The only 3 ways I could potentially see is an own goal, a penalty, or a deflection.
Wow. Crazy.
But Flawless, remember when I said on Shameless that at least Potter had a good XG at Chelsea?
Yeah, you did,
Oh,
man.
great.
Yeah, man.
Lampard
Well,
didn't even have that.
Bonus. When's the video out with Troops actually, Lewis?
Should be out tomorrow, I think.
Okay. His channel, your channel?
Both probably. I'm dropping it on Chelsea Fan TV.
Okay, so
That's
make sure
just
you check
streaming
that
League
out,
Gunner.
people.
It was a really good stream as well.
Make
Need
sure
to do
you
more
check that out.
content.
Yeah, League Gunner, a real one. Arsenal Chelsea
It was a
preview.
great
You know what I'm saying? Lewis and Troops, and then obviously like Lewis just said he did the preview with League Gunner as well. So make sure you check that out.
I gotta
that's been
ask
good.
Lewis a question.
Go, floor's yours.
How do you feel about Lampard saying that he didn't want to see Chelsea at 11th anymore, and he helped them move them from 11th to 12th? How do you feel about that?
Sometimes it's laughing, yo. Sometimes it's laughing. That's a serious question.
I'm just asking a question.
Good question.
Everyone just quiet.
Yeah, man. Let him ask the question, man. Respect the floor. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, if he needs to think, then he needs to think it. Like, let
You
him
might need
think.
some time to think. That's a good question, Jess. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What did Lampard
All
actually
I
say?
say was shit.
There you go. There's your response, man. It is. Hey, Lewis looking forward to next season, though.
Oh yeah, next season will be fun. Next season should be fun. This season, right?
Why you man laughing, yo?
Oh no, because Mutasa's killing me. Mutasa's killing me.
Why you laughing, yo?
Mutasa's killing me. No, I was asking just a question, and Mutasa's just laughing out of nowhere.
He's such a bad guy. Just is a bad guy. Man.
Yes, speaking of bad guys, yes, Prime. What are you saying, family?
Oh no, he's just a milk warrior.
Wow. Okay.
Whoa. What?
Wow. I was saying it.
Nothing wrong with milk.
Hey, serious? Whether it's milk, chocolate milk, whatever. What are you saying, Prime? No, you good?
Yeah. Lewis, how are you doing?
I'm all right.
Good. Vibes, yeah.
No.
That's gonna stick with Lewis for the longest, yo. I'm saying.
Just saw the shit season's over and done with.
Yeah, man. Soon over.
Also,
man.
we get 40 points.
You got 5 games left. I think you'll get the point. I think against Forest. Yeah, I'm saying. I think you'll get.
We're not picking up a point. We're not picking up.
You don't think
that'll be a
you
disappointing
draw
afternoon for the Blues.
You don't think you draw against Forest? You probably have the worst away record in the league, or one of.
Then they got the worst.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And you don't have the worst home record. It's one of the worst, but it's not the worst.
We've got the worst manager in Premier League history.
That is true. What I'm saying.
Would you say this is like the worst season from a Premier League team of all time when you consider? Surely it is.
A big team. A big Premier
League.
Yeah,
in terms of pound for pound. Pound for pound, this is the worst Premier League season from a team. I think it is.
Yeah. 100%.
Chelsea, what was it, 12? Haven't not got to 40 points after 30.
Yeah, but Ryan, it doesn't matter though. We've got vibes, so it doesn't matter.
It's definitely between them and Leeds. That's what I'd say, because the Leeds team that got relegated should never have got relegated. And they were.
But this is a Chelsea team that were champions of Europe like the other season.
I was going to say that, but the Leeds team that got relegated was in the Champions League semi-final the season before.
What about the Big Six? Is this the worst out of a Big Six team?
Yeah,
you know,
yes.
What's Tottenham's worst ever season in the Prem? Jess, do you know, or you may know for us because you're older?
Probably a mid-table finish.
But back then, there was no top
but that doesn't
six
count.
team.
That doesn't count. They weren't Big Six.
There wasn't a Big Six.
If you're talking about just are we talking about just the Big Six era when it actually happened, like the whole?
No, just a Big Six in general. In the Prem era.
The Big Six
era. We probably finished like down the bottom, but not relegation though. Like,
but
then that was like this is Chelsea, man. Like, let's be serious. This is a team that This is a team that would be the most successful British team of like the last 2 decades.
That's why it's hard to kind of compare because the Tottenham back then and Tottenham now is like completely different world.
Yeah, it is.
Speaking of that, Paul Lacio, go on.
Oh no, I was gonna say like you do it from any Chelsea team, right? Any Chelsea team to finish on 39 points or something, if they do, or 40 points, is insane. But to think they did it after spending 600 million, that's even worse. Like Culture Cam said it, bro. Chelsea aren't getting enough heat, bro. They aren't getting enough stick.
We are, and we.
No, you're not. No, you're
not.
No.
Hold on, Murtaza. No, hold on.
Let me land.
I know what you're saying.
I say you're getting cooked, but you're not getting cooked to the point where you deserve for the crimes you have committed to the sport.
Murtaza, we have been. The only thing is
not as much as
hold on.
teams would have, though.
Hold on. The only thing is we are not delusional enough to defend this. Other fan bases, like Arsenal fans or Liverpool or certain United fans, would be defending this and saying it's not that bad. Next season, watch us win something. No Chelsea fan is defending this. We've been calling this out for months.
Hold
on. We also did get corn, but the only thing is right now, in this April-May period, we're all focusing on Arsenal and the league. That's what the focus is right now. But a couple of months ago, everyone was focused on Chelsea. Oh, you spend 100 on Enzo, he's not working out well. You hijack Mudryk from Arsenal, he's not doing anything. Everyone is focused on Chelsea. So let's not rewrite history of what actually happened.
I think
no. You're saying it from your perspective. From the stuff I've seen, bro, you don't understand how like historically bad this is. Like
I know how bad this is.
This is awful.
I know how bad this is.
It's not
by
enough.
The way, if any rival fan, if you think it's not enough, then that's on you. You haven't made fun of Chelsea enough. That's on you, not on me.
I mean, you could say you don't stand, you don't defend the team, blah blah blah. But that still doesn't mean you should be like other teams should I'm seeing mainstream media, right? I'm seeing mainstream media. No one talks about Chelsea enough. I'm not saying
but that's because we have an English. That's because we have an English manager. We've got.
I think this is the point.
That's the point I'm trying to make.
But this is the overall.
Yeah, but who cares? No one cares about the media but no one cares about the media in terms of rival fans. If you guys feel we're not getting cooked enough, that's on you. Make fun of us more. But you guys want to focus on Arsenal drawing against West Ham and Liverpool like anyone cares. Make fun of Chelsea more, but you're not doing that. It's not my problem.
We've accepted Chelsea as shit. I'm saying.
If we've accepted
Prime, you don't understand. I'm saying something and you're taking it completely differently.
Yeah.
I'm saying from the mainstream media, whether it's English manager, whether it's Chelsea or London, whatever, right? You make your own assumption. But I haven't seen enough. Man United have been bantered more than Chelsea this season. We won a trophy and on for top 4. I've seen more cookings from Man United by the mainstream media than I have for Chelsea.
But Murtaza, we know why. But we know why because we have an English manager. We know why. If we still had Tuchel in charge, or if we had random, Portuguese guy, we would be getting cooked by the media because we got an English guy. No one's speaking on it. We had Potter as well. No one spoke on it.
Sense.
Oh, he's right. Let me get to this from Paul. Hold up. Question: will both Kovacic and Kante be sold this year? Prime, do you think Kante and Kovacic should be sold?
I hope that Malteser guy gets sold, man. He needs to.
All right, what about Kovacic?
Kova wants to Bro, I don't. Bro, I'm sick of how Chelsea fans defend Kante like he's a baby, man. The guy is being dusted for 2 years.
All right, so Kovacic, Kante. All right, so do you think but do you think they will both be sold this year?
I think Kovacic will. I think Kante stays, unfortunately.
Hey, Lewis, what are you saying? You think Kovacic and Kante will be sold? One, both?
Kovacic goes, and yeah, he can dip. He's been shit all season. N'Golo is probably going to re-sign. And yeah, Kovacic is definitely gone, in my opinion.
Yeah, Victor, what are you saying?
You want my personal opinion or
both? Yeah, both.
My personal opinion, I'll let both of them go personally, but I think Cover leaves, Kante stays just because Kante is like our fans.
Where will Cover go?
Someone will sign Kovacic. He's done enough, not this season, but previously.
Yeah,
where somebody will sign him.
He was linked to Bayern, so
it makes sense. Tuchel's there as well. Yeah, it makes sense. And they need midfielders. Yeah, it makes sense. I don't think he starts for them, but it makes sense why City would look at a player like that. But yeah, I think that's literally is that all the questions. Yeah, still over 100 of you lot in here. Hit the like button. We've just hit the subscriber mark as well, so salute to you lot. But it's still over 100 of you lot in there, so make sure you hit that subscribe button regardless. I've already updated the upcoming live stream schedule on the YouTube channel, so all the shows that are coming up next week, people. All of the shows that are coming up, all your Manchester United shows, or the crossover shows. So United Liverpool show, United Arsenal show, United Chelsea Spurs show, doing the most, all the Q&As, all the Manchester United watch-alongs, and then over on the Twitch, you got all the non-Manchester United Premier League watch-alongs. Fan calling show, I'm going to pattern in as well. NBA watch-alongs, so much of them coming up. So you got so much content to the point where, yeah, legit gonna be seeing me on 4 or 5. We'll be going live 4 or 5 times a day at certain points, people. So continue to support in the manner in which you have.
Sorry, Flawless, for interrupting. Bring up the last comment that came up.
Yeah. 1 second.
Yeah, I will be out there. Big up.
Yeah, Jess, love, yeah. Big up.
Big up, Jess.
Here we go.
These Chelsea pagans. Well, this one sang all these out the wheel right now.
But that's an example of. I'm assuming he's a United fan.
Yeah.
If you're annoyed by that and you think we should get more smoke, then that's up to you to give us more smoke.
Bro,
you can't complain about something that you're in control of.
And in Nuno's defense,
I'm not.
Not you. I'm saying in Nuno, I can vouch for him. He definitely slags you lot off all the time on a regular basis.
No, but I think Prime is
it's clearly not enough.
I'm not saying by me. Again, I didn't say by me. I was cooking Chelsea when you guys were winning games and calling Tommy Tuchel Tuchelaban. All right, firstly, before he got sacked, even. All right, I'm talking about the mainstream media. The fact you bring up the English manager is a great point, which I said. That's it.
Yeah, but I brought that point up at the start. Like the media, we have no control of the media, but in terms of fans,
no, that's the only point I was saying, bro. I don't know why you going all media.
Hey, United Devil.
No one said
as well. Says Bobby here.
Hey, can I play a 3-second clip real quick, if possible?
Yeah, go on. But yeah, United Devil, big up. You are always supporting. Go on.
Fair enough, my time.
Wait,
why is Larry from?
Here, 1 second.
Yo, Ryan, why are you shaking your head, man? What's up,
bro?
I
could already see what it was on his phone.
Wait, I'm shaking my head.
No. It's not what you think.
Ryan was shaking his head.
Oh, right, it wasn't. Oh, first.
Here, just
What's
to.
This? Is that De Gea going to punch the ball?
Yeah, just to try and collect across. Just to
did he punch that or did he collect it? I can't even.
He's trying to collect it.
And then the guy's locked in, and then the guy's ran into it.
Wait, I mean, I can't really see that properly, but how do you know he's coming to catch it? It looks like he's trying to punch it.
No, he's not.
Weird. He's going with 2 hands.
He's literally catching it. Yes. You don't go 2 hands to punch.
I honestly can't see it properly. It just looks like he's trying to punch
I can't see it properly either. But Taza,
he's literally looking to catch it. I'll put it in the GC.
Yeah, don't do too much with the De Gea thing. Like De Gea will give you enough ammo, man. Like you're better than that.
I don't listen. I think you get on De Gea too much. I get he's not great.
You know what?
He's nowhere near as bad as you guys make him out to be.
I was saying this on Twitter the other day. I think someone tweeted, the equalising goal that Spurs scored against you, and someone was blaming De Gea for the long kick.
No, that's not
Son scored. Son scored against you. And he came from like a De Gea long kick, and and I saw someone like a United fan blame De Gea, like something like this is what we have to deal with or something like that. And I was like, I do agree you need a. I quote tweet say, I do agree you need a replacement on De Gea. I do agree you need to move him on and replace him. But to blame him for that was just going a bit too far. Like at the end of the day,
I do feel like
I do feel like some United fans are starting to scapegoat him. I understand.
And that's the point I make, because De Gea is, like you said, is not of a certain level. So De Gea is gonna give you enough ammo to criticize him where it's fair, but you need to
needs to be
fair with it, because when it's not fair, when you make a valid point, I can say it all the time: right message, wrong messenger. It's like when someone asked me when I was on Saeed actually asked me about Sancho and Bruno debate, and like the clip of Sancho telling him stop moaning, which I think is hilarious. But he was like, do you think he was right? I said, I don't know the context, but even if Bruno was right in that situation, because he's always moaning and complaining all the time, it's right message, wrong messenger. This is why I preach to this on this channel. I've said it to Tazo, said it to you, Ryan, I've said it to others. Don't go overboard with the criticism of certain things, because then it takes away from your argument further down the line and people don't pay attention to it. And that's where the word agenda comes from.
It's like how Chelsea fans
go on, Brian, go on.
No, it's like how Chelsea fans treated Kepa for so long, to a point where they gassed up Mendy, and now look at the situation we're in. Murtaza, you've been preaching that you want Diogo Costa. I don't think that guy is that good of a shot stopper.
No, I haven't.
Yes, you have. Earlier in the season, you said you wanted them.
Earlier in the season, yes, but then I said I want Mike Mignon.
But Mike, I'm getting to my point of the fact that United fans want a goalkeeper just because he can play on the ball. Don't gas up any random guy, because you guys could get a goalkeeper that's good on the ball. He's average everywhere else, and in 2 seasons' time, you're in the same situation where we need another goalkeeper.
Yeah, they need to get it right. I agree. Like they need to get it the recruitment right. So 100%. It's like I want a goalkeeper who not only is very good at shot, I want a goalkeeper that's good at everything. This is Manchester United. The same way we want a striker who was good at multiple things, or a winger who's good at multiple things, or a midfielder, attacking or defensive, or fullbacks. The reason why we like Martinez so much is because he's good at a lot. He's defensively sound, and he also helps us offensively as well. Same with a Varane, same with a Casemiro, same with the Eriksen. Like that's what we asked for in terms of, obviously Varane not a new signing, but that's the levels we should go to. Yeah, Warrior J, because I thought, why did Shaw not get across? That's why I blame Shaw, because the ball's gone into the Spurs half, headed forward. At first, I thought it was Malacia who didn't get across. I'm like, where's Malacia? And then when you look back at it, Shaw had gone across to cover, and he was the one who played it back to the head, and it's gone long. Sprint back. Why is there a big gap in the left-hand side of our defense? Like, sure, actually, I thought I played well in that game, but initially I thought it was Malacia. Am I being a bit harsh? Yeah, but he needs to be. He should be in a better position. Get back in position. Yeah, go on, fam.
I was going to say, Ryan, the second goal, I don't blame De Gea directly, but he's a part of it in the sense that goal doesn't happen if we play out the back, and if we are able to play out the back.
I get what you mean, but still, I don't think De Gea is to blame at all for that goal.
No, for sure. He's not. I'm just saying, right? It comes back to the overarching point is we have to go long every time because of our inability to play out the back. And De Gea is not the only reason we are not able to play out the back consistently. I think he is a major part of it.
He's a major part. I know he is.
And back to the other thing, right? About getting a new goalkeeper, right? I agree. United should get Mike Mignon, the best goalkeeper, I think, that suits us to a T with everything we need. But I'm saying, right, even if we get a goalkeeper that is, let's say, average at shot stopping, and just
basically Ederson.
Yeah, sure, right?
Ederson's not average shot stopping.
I think
he's not anything special though.
I think that Ederson, a guy like Ederson, would make us a much better team than a guy like De Gea. Even if he is an average shot stopper, overall as a team we would be much better. Like, even if he doesn't as great as De Gea is at shot stopping, like I go back to the Weghorst Ronaldo point. Weghorst isn't a better player than Cristiano Ronaldo, even at 37.
Yeah.
But Weghorst coming into that team provides more for the team and what the team is looking for than Ronaldo. So as a team, we perform better. It's not to say that one is better than the other. That was my.
But at the end of the day, Murtaza, though, you're still a top 4 team. Like, if you get a goalkeeper that's an average shot stopper but a good on the ball, you're not improving by much. That's my point.
You are.
But then it
yes,
did
you are.
improve
That's
City, like,
Ederson.
You're not
going.
you're not. Ederson's not an average shot stopper.
All right, but again,
yes, he is.
All right, but forget the average shot stopper. Let's go get a good shot stopper.
Yeah, I know, but flawless. No, but flawless. That's my point. That's my point of get the right goalkeeper, not just not just the thing, not just the
I agree.
Of we need a striker. Go get Weghorst because you're not improving that much.
No, I agree in terms of that.
I'm just saying it just to prove a point. Just to prove a point of how much a modern day goalkeeper could help this team. Obviously, I want the best players in the world. I want Mike Mignon in goal. I want Theo Hernandez at left back. I don't know the guy from PSG. What his issue is? I want that guy right back just for his footballing ability. Yeah, I want Mbappe at left wing. I want Messi at right wing. I want Neymar in the 10. I want Harry Kane up top or fucking Karim Benzema. Of course, I want the best players, but you have to be realistic as well. But I do think Mike Mignon is more realistic than people think. I wouldn't just say, "Oh no, he's gonna be at Milan." If we pay up, he'll come. If we put the money on the table, he'll come.
If for some reason he doesn't go to United, what then?
Huh?
Mignon. If he doesn't go to United, what then?
Then go get someone else. I don't know. There's David Raya. There's fuck ton of other goalkeepers.
My thing with this is probably I get what you're saying in terms of obviously you have to get the right one. I agree. Go scout him. Go find a goalkeeper that's capable because there's a goalkeeper out there that is capable of playing for Manchester United. That's why United spend so much money on their on a goal. There's going to be a goalkeeper we're talking about when this is the 1st of May now, 2023. Guaranteed this time next year, 1st of May 2024, we will be talking about a goalkeeper as being one of the best in Europe that we've never heard of.
Yeah, facts.
Guaranteed, because when Mike Mignon left France and went to AC Milan, nobody went talking about him. Yeah. Nobody mentioned him. But obviously there would have been a few people who know him, but I'm talking about mainstream. Same way now with Lisandro Martinez, who is one of the best centre-backs in the Premier League. When Ten Hag signed for Manchester United, no one went talking about Martinez. This time last year when we was doing shows, everyone knew we needed a centre-back. I didn't see no one say, yo, go get Lisandro Martinez. Yes, Ryan, Martinez was the second choice because it was Timber. So my point is players are out there. I understand fully what you're saying in terms of you have to get the right goalkeeper. What I don't like, and to your credit, this ain't aimed at you because you don't do this, Prime. People act like you can't go and get better. People did the same with Ronaldo. Certain people are doing the same shit now with De Gea. Like we should just keep De Gea forever just because of what he's done previously, and he's an exceptional shot stopper, which he is. He's not good enough for right now, so go and get better. You wouldn't do this in any walk of life. Nowhere walk of life. If you run a business and you're employing someone and they are not delivering, they've been working at your business for 5 years and they've been brilliant. And then the last 5 years, they've been terrible. You're going to move them on eventually because they are costing you in results in terms of your business. De Gea, as good as he is, and De Gea is an exceptional shot stopper. Probably the best shot stopper in the league, arguably in Europe. My knowledge of European goalkeepers ain't that, so that's why I say arguably. He's an incredible, but he only excels at shot stopping. That is it. That is not acceptable for where Manchester United are trying to go. Because if he was to leave tomorrow, what top teams come and get him? None of them. None of the top teams going to get him. No, they don't. Like, they're not. Chelsea are looking for a goalkeeper. If De Gea was to be sold, would Chelsea come and get him? No. Poch is not going to be like, go get De Gea. He's not. Not a chance. Not a chance. You might take him because of where you're at now, but I'm saying the aim. That's why I'm saying specifically, if your aim is to go and win Premier Leagues and Champions Leagues, which Chelsea's are, you're not signing David De Gea. Chelsea are not doing it. If Liverpool were to lose Alisson, they're not doing it. If Manchester City are to lose Edison, they're not doing it. Like Spurs may come and get him, but that's not Spurs. We know Spurs is aiming to go and compete for Premier Leagues and Champions Leagues. Real Madrid wouldn't do it. If you're building to win, it's not it. Flawless says different with outfield. You have to be sure he's... Would you say that again, Mohammed? Say that again. You have to say that last comment again.
Yo, can I say something about my own club?
But people don't accept it. And because of what he's done previously, too much sentiment. Yeah, go on, fam.
Because I was just going to rant about my own club as well. Like, just
let me run through some of the clubs then, innit? Yeah. And run through, some of the comments, and then, the floor's yours. Give me 1 second, and then we're going to close out. I just wanted to get to some of these. Ed says, you either die the hero or live long enough to become the villain. That's basically what happened to David De Gea. No, the game's moved on. The game has evolved, and he's not evolved with it. Evolve or die. That's what it is. The same way what we're doing right now, content creating and football, people talking about football and pundits, which we are technically all now. Last 10 years ago, we couldn't do this.
Yeah.
10 years ago, none of us would be talking. All over 100 of people of you lot would all be doing something else. But guess what? With how social media's gone and how the internet goes and how StreamYard's gone and football content, football punditry has evolved, now we can all do this. Everyone's here sat at home. It's 2:25 in the AM. And you're all here locked in like it's a match of the day, like it's on Sky, like it's on BT. Evolve or die. And that's what it is. Like, De Gea is just of old. It is what it is. You know who else is evolve or die? Lukaku, because he's a striker who just scores goals. But Lukaku in the 90s, he's fine. But this ain't the 90s or the early 2000s no more. This is why when you look at the most successful teams, their number 9s don't just score goals. Yes, they score, but they don't do that. Everyone waxes lyrical about Harry Kane. Harry Kane does much more for Spurs than just score goals. Benzema does does so much more than just score goals for Real Madrid. And you name all the 9s, whether that's a Haaland, whoever you want to go get. Some don't even score goals to that extent. We see Liverpool be successful with Firmino, but he was a great foil. Everyone says, Ryan will tell you, and Liverpool fans will tell you, take him out, they don't function the same.
Yeah,
Salah and Mane don't function the same because of him. So that's the importance of him. So that's all it is with De Gea. He's an exceptional shot stopper. That is it. My issue with not even just his goalkeeping, sweeper keeping, can't do it. Coming for crosses, can't do it. The amount of times defenders will put the ball out. I seen, was it Maguire in the Sevilla game, knocked it out for a throw-in as a ball's gone over the top.
And he
turned to De Gea and did this. See, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
I remember
he did
watching
this.
that, yeah.
Wait,
communicate. It's simple. Maguire did this to De Gea with his hand as if to say, talk to me. A ball went, it was a simple ball over the top, Sevilla knocked over the top. De Gea talks to Maguire. Maguire doesn't knock it out and what's it called? And De Gea picks up the ball and it's our ball, but he knocked it out for a throw-in. And then he turned to De Gea and was like, throwing. He's not commanding. Don't come for crosses. Don't come for free kicks. Why is the ball in? Why is there a cross in the 6-yard box and my goalkeeper that's 6 foot plus not coming to catch the ball?
I can't lie. I dislike these goal line goalkeepers so much.
Goal line goalies, man, come catch the ball. These Shea Givens. What are we doing?
You know what's funny? You know what's funny? A lot of these things you're talking about, I think those are just traits for a Spanish goalkeeper. Because I remember when De Gea first came,
you know why you're spot on. Wait, before we go, that's brilliant because I don't rate Spanish goalkeepers. But
Valdez was not like this. I've ever seen in my life. I don't care.
Hold on, Valdez was vastly overrated. But anyway, because I remember when De Gea first came here, his first couple of seasons, people were the exact same stuff Flawless was talking about, claiming crosses, punching, etc., being on your line. This was the same problems he was having in the Prem this first couple of years. The same stuff Kepa deals with. The same stuff Valdez dealt with, even when he was at Barcelona. So I think it's just a Spanish goalkeeper thing.
But see, that's just one aspect, right? Like, you saw today, like, if you guys watched the United game today, you saw a goalkeeping masterclass on how to be a good sweeper from Martinez. Bro, the amount of sweeping actions this guy did today was actually insane. The 1 or 2 times that Villa were in behind, guess how many times our goalkeeper did it? None. Bro, it is so important to also to play a high line in this modern era. Like, all the best teams play a high line. Liverpool did it when they were on top. Man City do it now. Arsenal do it now. They've been on top the whole season. Everyone plays a high line that is successful. We are unable to play it because of this guy, because he can't sweep.
Haven't you got the second deepest defensive line in the league or something?
Yes. And people say, "Oh, Oli Ball, Ten Hag plays counterattack terrorism." But if we try to play a high line, we'll just get fucked over the top.
Before you carry on, shout out my guy Devontae. Long time, man. I think that's Devontae anyway. That used to be on the channel. Big up, man. Long time, my young chief. Carry on, Tazo.
That's what I'm saying. Like, bro, like people just
like people just can't again, but it ties back into what Ryan was saying at the top of the show in regards to people being tied in and emotional with their club. But it's always emotions. It's always what he's done previously. I'm not talking about what he's done previously. Football is a what have you done for me today sport, not yesterday. You put in a good performance yesterday, cool. Do that again today, and the week after, and the week after, and the week after. Like, and Mohamed says there's no better shot stopper than De Gea. I'm not denying this. He's probably the best in the league. Same way we could say Ronaldo is one of the best goal scorers in Europe. Cool. What did that win us? Nothing. Had our worst ever league season. He scored a bag of goals. I think he got 24. I think he was
Yes.
second,
Scored
third
it.
highest goal
He
scorer in
scored
the
a fair
league.
few,
Yeah, he had like he was like 18 in the league. I think he was like top 3, top 4. All right, so we've took his goals out and we've got better as a side. What does that tell you? Like he's just not good enough for where we're at. Like De Gea been a lifesaver when United fans don't see. Yeah, like you said it here, United Devil. The key word in that, been. Well, he has been. Yes, he used to be.
No, again,
not now.
This is through our worst ever period when we were shit, when we didn't have a manager post Sir Alex. When is De Gea best? Ryan, you're a Liverpool fan, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. Is David De Gea best when Man United are at our worst? When we are just getting hammed, getting shots?
Yeah, because he's one of those that's best when he's got so many shots to save and when he's just under the cosh, innit?
Exactly. So you, bro, that's what I'm convinced. I told you fellas multiple times. I convinced United fans just want us to get pammed, just have 30 shots at our goal like we did at the Emirates away when we won 3-1. Do that and win. Just so they could see David De Gea make a couple of saves. That's it. Bro, we are at our worst when David De Gea is at our best. And just and look at the stats. He's been doing good. I'll give you a stat. Ryan, you listen to this, right? David De Gea ranks 112th when it comes to cross-claiming and sweeping actions in the Europe's top 5 leagues. 112th.
That's bad.
Hey, you want to know how many teams there are in the top 5 leagues? 98.
So are you saying that team second choice goalies are?
Yes.
I think that's a bit. I think Murtaza. I think you said that stat before. That's a bit skewed. I don't think it's fair to look at second string goalkeepers because they have a shorter sample size.
This is comparing first choice and second choice.
I know, but I don't think it's fair to look at second choice goalkeepers and have a short sample size.
I get what I'm saying in terms of it's not. But it's still not good. It's still not good enough anyway. Let me just run through these.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's not good enough. Yeah. I'm just saying.
Hey, yo, it is you, Devontae. Big up, man. If you want to join the NBA watch along, shout me, man. Big up the Oracle, man. You're a real one, man. I hope you're enjoying the NBA playoffs. Not spoke to you in time. Those I don't know, he wanted to hear. He's one of the originals with the NBA streams. So, yeah, man, big up my guy, Devontae, every single time. Gordon Francis says, look at the stats. De Gea has been doing good. He's up there with the best goalies in the Premier League. I don't doubt he's one of the best. Like, let's get to this. Just because he's one of the best goalkeepers in the Premier League does not mean he's good enough for Manchester United. Same way Ronaldo last season was up there with the top strikers in the Premier League and was getting goals. That does not mean you are good enough for where you want to go to. I don't know how many, it's not that. I'm not comparing De Gea to others and saying, I'm not even said once, De Gea is not one of the better goalkeepers in the Premier League. He is, not disputing that. The point is, he's not good enough for where we're trying to go to. That's the point. You've heard me mention Harry Kane, who I believe is one of the best strikers in Europe, and I don't want him at my football club. Yeah, go on, Brian.
No, it's wild when you say that, though. That's the thing.
Yeah,
because he's stiff that you don't want him.
Kane just don't give me none. I question so many things, but put it this way, the goal that Rashford scored against Spurs, Kane is never scoring it.
Oh yeah.
Never scoring.
Yeah. Never. Kane's gonna be playing that pass next year.
He's gonna be but I think it's just because he can't run it as well.
Yeah, there was a time when he picked up the ball on the right wing. He was on a counter attack today, against you lot. And I'm thinking if that son, he kicks that down the line and runs, Kane has to hold it up. Can't non-mobile, and he's against with Spurs, man. He should have won something. I'm sorry, should have won something.
Is that fair to say? I'm not talking the first point you made about just being able to kick and run past the player. Is that really fair to say? Like, I didn't watch the Rashford goal. But if Benzema was in that situation, would he be able to kick and run past the player?
No, Benz wouldn't score that goal, but Benz is the exception to the rule.
So is Kane, though.
No, he's
exceptional at everything else.
Kane's
he's not Benzema. He's not Benzema. But no one's Benzema, though. But no one's Benzema.
That's why Benz is the exception to the rule.
Yeah, but Kane is also an exception to the rule.
So if he's this exceptional, why is he not won Spurs something then?
Oh, bro. See, we're
no, bro. If
nah,
you're gonna
but Father, trust me, I used to be like,
if he's exceptional at everything and he's this good and this and that, let's hold him to them standards. He's world class, right? We all six of us here agree. All six of us here agree that he's world class. Everyone in the chat agrees he's world class. Pundits, mainstream pundits, everyone talks about this man being world class. So let's hold this man to world class standards. When we hold him to world class standards, he has fell well short. He's
no one's denying that. No one's denying that.
Who's denying that? By that logic, and I hear what you're saying. By that logic, before Messi won this World Cup, a lot of the reasons people gave for Argentina not winning anything was, Messi doesn't have the right team, he doesn't have the right players, and people blaming Higuain and everyone else. Mm-hmm. Can the same logic not be used for Kane that he doesn't have the right players around him?
Okay, here's what I do. Prime, you've been on shows with me. Yeah, where I have been super critical of Lionel Messi's international record before he won that World Cup and before he won that Copa America. I was saying the same shit. I'm not hearing about you're one of arguably the greatest player we've ever seen play the sport. I'm not hearing about a team when you're losing to Chile, when you're getting knocked out on penalties. Retiring, coming back and losing again. I'm sorry, I'm not hearing that. I'm not even asking you to win. I'm not even asking you to win the World Cup, not to win a Copa America. You weren't playing. If you was playing a fire Brazil team, I go, you know what? There's you fell short against Chile.
Yeah.
Is this right? And you're the great. So that's what I'm talking about with Harry Kane. I'm not talking Prem and champs. I'm saying bring me do what Jamie Vardy's done. Jamie Vardy has helped
Premier League and
a FA Cup. And Kane's miles better than James Vardy. We all agree with that, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Everyone's in agreement. So why did the rules change for him? All I'm saying is if he would have won them a Carabao Cup, I'm not saying all these things. So I'm like, you know what? He got them over get your team over the line because Manchester United are not the finished article. So bear in mind, he don't have the right team here. So you're going to a situation where there's more pressure. Yes, our situation is currently better than Spurs. But is this team, the teams he's failed in at Spurs, some of them are better than our current predicament now. Some of them Spurs teams are better than the side we have right now. People don't like talking about this, to go back to your point, because he's English. So people ain't going to make this point. Because I remember when Ronaldo, people might not remember this, when Ronaldo was at Manchester United before he became the Ronaldo we all know, the criticism of him was, in big games, he's not good. Because his record against big sides wasn't good. He had a terrible record at Anfield, never scored there. Didn't do too well at Chelsea. This is before he started scoring. I remember, actually, even further than that, I remember this being an issue when he went to Real Madrid. And that was a conversation. Before he started, became him, it was, he's never done it in El Clasicos. And then he scored a couple winners at the new camp. And then he started doing the celebration. So if we're going to do that to Cristiano Ronaldo, let's do it to Harry Kane. And when we do it to Harry Kane, he falls way short.
Because everything you're saying, Flawless, is all the criticism I put at Poch for not winning anything with that Spurs team.
And that's fair. And I'm a fan of Poch, and you know this because we've discussed this.
And okay, so part two to my question. The great Spurs sides that Kane was in, if Benzema was in that team, would he have won them something?
Yes. Yeah. That's the difference. I think if you put Van Persie in that side, I think he wins something. I think if you put Didier Drogba in that side, they win something. Yes.
But because as a striker, you are relying on service, and if you're not getting service,
that's true. But I just seen Real Madrid take a Real Madrid team in a rebuild to a Champions League final.
Yeah, but that rebuild.
Yeah, but that same Real Madrid team that has Modric, Benzema.
No, it had quality players. But let's not rewrite history because at the start of the season, nobody had them as top three favorites.
Bro, it's like if Jamie Vardy took Leicester to a title, you're telling me Kane can't.
Yeah, this is what that's the original question. The original question is not that though. We're not over here discussing Harry Kane's legacy. We're saying he said he wouldn't take him at United. That was the original question. That was the original question.
No, but with the Kane thing.
The point is, Van Persie didn't win anything at Arsenal either. And I know what you're gonna respond is. He's not as good as Van Persie. I think he doesn't have to be. He doesn't have to be.
That United
if Harry Kane, if Harry Kane is as good as he is at Spurs and whatever he's doing at Spurs, if he can replicate that here with the auditions that we're gonna get, I think we're good enough to win the league. And I think we could compete in the Champions League, and that's what it's all about.
I think so.
But what are we complaining though?
Well, no, what we're complaining about is give ourselves the best possible opportunity to do that.
So you think Ivan Toney is that much better than Harry Kane?
In terms of profile of player and for the team, yes.
I disagree.
In profile, who's the better? No. But this goes back to the Weghorst Ronaldo thing. Do I think Harry Kane is a better player than Ivan Toney? No doubt about it. Not disputing that whatsoever. Harry Kane is world class. Ivan Toney's ceiling, I don't know what it is yet. We are going to find out. But this is for the team. I'm talking about what player is the same way. If you put the 11 best players in one team, you're not going to have the best team.
What is Ivan Toney going to do for the team that Harry Kane isn't?
Yo, that fluidness, man, is an athlete's game. That's the way the game is going. Like when I talked about evolve or die. I'll explain it. If you are not simple terms, if you are not an athlete, you will struggle at the highest level. This is why we don't, unless
but he
you are
isn't,
one of,
though.
Unless because you don't compete at the highest level. What are we talking about? You don't compete at the highest level.
What is the highest level then?
Champions League and
Premier League?
Champions League and Premier League in terms of contending and competing for it. Every time he's competed for it, he's fell short. He don't compete for it. He's under no pressure. What's he competing for? Champions League. How many knockout goals does he have in the Champions League? How many great performances in knockout stages?
But what's to say then? Ivan Toney is gonna do it as well.
Yeah, but I'm looking at it. I'm banking on Ivan Toney because I've not seen it. So I'm like, all right, I like your profile. It's a profile thing.
I get what
Flores is saying.
Just because he's a little more athletic, he's a better option for United.
Don't do
he's
that.
Way more.
He's
way more athletic. Okay,
he's
way more athletic. Whatever.
He's much quicker. Because I'm not sold on just Ivan Toney. So if someone says I don't want Ivan Toney, I say this all the time, and you've heard me say this all the time. Get me that profile. And when I say that profile, get me somebody who's athletic, because I've said evolve or die. That's the way the game is going. Non-athletic attacking players don't. All the best non-athletic attacking players are all 29. They're all 30 plus, 29 plus. Kane's the youngest one. Name another one at the highest level. Name one.
Wait, name
what was the question?
Name a non-athletic attacker who's at the highest level, performing at the highest level.
No, it's only Kane. It's only Kane.
That's my point. It's a dying breed. So why
non-athletic? You mean that's not P&P?
Not P&P, non-athletic, even agile. I throw that in there. I throw agility into there because I wouldn't.
I think Kane is agile.
I wouldn't class.
But he has exceptional traits.
No agility.
But he has his finishing is exceptional. His passing is exceptional. Excuse me.
Agreed.
His hold up play, link up play, left foot, right foot, whatever you need. He can drop deep. He'll link up play in the left. He'll link up play on the right. So the fluidness you're talking about, I disagree with. I think we could definitely be fluid with Harry Kane.
No. Being fluid. He don't drift left and right, so that's not fluid. Because he can't drift left and right with pace and do that. He's not a part of a fluid front.
Yeah, he can't do it.
You know what he is? He's a better version of Van Nistelrooy. That's what he is. He's a miles better version of Van Nistelrooy. Yes. He's a better
Harry Kane used to drop deep and link up like that?
No. Again, a miles better version. No, not miles better. He's an evolved version of Van Nistelrooy. In terms of Van Nistelrooy and Kane is finishing. The striker's cold. But what Van Nistelrooy can't do, Kane can do in terms of dropping in and all them type of things. So that's why I say he's an evolved version of him. And we sold Van Nistelrooy.
That's what we need, though.
And
that's what we need.
Because no. This is what I'm talking about. No, it's not, because then we sold Van Nistelrooy and three-peated and won the Champions League.
Because he couldn't pass and link up play.
No, it wasn't a question of pass. If you put him in that side, they can't do what they did.
Then you put Saha in and you became more fluid.
It was Saha, we was better because Saha was more fluid, but it was Rooney, Tevez, Ronaldo. You know what they could do? Interchange. Kane can't do that shit. Kane can drop deep and pick up the ball and spin in. He can't interchange like that and drift left because he can't run away from anyone.
You see those. You're looking for Harry Kane to be at the end of the ball. What I'm saying, Harry Kane is gonna be the guy that's gonna get Rashford or whoever it is that ball in the first place. That's what I think.
But I want both. Go get me both. Why am I settling for one or the other? Get me both. Why am I taking one out of the
players,
other?
Though.
No, it's not two different players. No. There's players who do both of those things. There's players who can,
but not to the level. There's
no. But I will
name me someone in the world.
No. I will take you being a level down. So I'll take you not being a 10. I'll take you being an 8 or 7 at that. Because then what? Kane is a 5 or 6 at. You're also an 8 or 9. And this ties back into my original point of being better for the overall team. This is why it's not about the best player. Kane is the second. I think Kane is the second best striker in the Premier League. Don't get me wrong. It's not a talent thing. I'm talking profile. This is why I bang on all the time about profile. It's athlete's game. He's not an athlete. This is why if he's this exceptional at all these things, why is he won nothing for Spurs? If he's this good, why is he won nothing for Spurs?
But the thing is, you're saying athletes, right? Sure, fair enough. But if you get all athletes, they're all going to run into the same channels. That's why people are saying get Rashford and pair him with get Osimhen, and pair him with Rashford. That's not gonna work because all these guys
I've never said get Osimhen.
Yeah, no. I'm saying
I've got an idea
profiles like that, right?
You can buy.
Profiles like that, like you need like when you want athletes like that, and like guys like Osimhen, like Ryan, you said, would you take Osimhen? Like you need to change the whole build up of your play.
Yeah,
to get guys like these in. Like you need, like right footer on the right footed winger on the right, left footed winger on the left, and just cross balls in. Service,
that's not
right?
True. That's not true. That's not true.
Yes,
you don't watch us.
Yes,
that's
true.
But to the point I'm making is no.
I watched them all season long.
You're saying about Osimhen going into Rashford's space. Like I said, that's where one interchanging comes in, like interchanging and stuff like that, which Kane does not do. Kane has never been a part of a fluid front three. I don't know if people don't understand. Interchanging is not that interchange. One part of interchanging is you drop deep, the other guy spins in behind, or you spin in behind and the other drops deep. I'm not just talking about that. I'm talking about left, right. For those that are old enough to remember, remember Ronaldo, Tevez, Rooney for Manchester United fans.
Yeah, but Kane
it was never Ronaldo just on the left, Tevez central, Rooney right. You didn't know who you was picking up. With a Harry Kane, you cannot do that. And to your point, when I'm saying that, bring me both. I'm saying bring me a player who can drop off and link play. And then bring me a player who can also spin in behind.
You're saying Ivan Toney, right? Doesn't he also play in the front too? Right? They don't play wingers.
No, I don't think they play wingers. I'll have to check. I'll have
to front two with
I've seen them play both,
right?
Yeah.
And Buemo, right? I don't think they play wingers. So I didn't even know
they play wing back.
I didn't even know they. Okay, I'm not a Kane stan, but I disagree with the notion that United should not get Harry Kane. That's what I. That's what I disagree.
And that's fair. But like I said, for all these exceptional attributes, is one Spurs nothing. That's a concern for me. How are you just good?
100%.
I understand what Flawless is saying.
Let Ryan go. One sec. Go on, Ryan. Because
I'm
they play wingers in the front three. But yeah, go on, Ryan.
Wait, but it's like with the Kane thing, like.
Go on.
Huh?
Go on.
I'm saying I'm leaving.
Oh, big up,
Victor.
I'll play Victor.
Bless Victor, love.
Yeah, big up. But like with Kane, it's like I used to defend Kane a lot when it came to like the trophies thing and everything like that. But when I can't lie, when it got to that penalty in the World Cup against France, I couldn't. That was the point where I can't defend this guy anymore, man. He's, he has clearly got this sort of thing where like on the biggest stage where it really, really matters. He can't do it. He can't do it. Let's be real. Like, so that's what he's proven so far. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to do it in the future, but he can't do it at the moment. He's not done it, and that is a big question mark for what United want to be doing, competing for and winning Premier Leagues, Champions Leagues. That's not good enough from Kane at all. It's not a good sign. And with the Kane Van Persie thing, you compare it to when people say, if you get Harry Kane, he's the guy to take you to that step of winning a title, bro. You have to remember that United team, when Van Persie joined, were literally that close to have won the title against that City. They literally lost it on goal difference. This United team are nowhere near challenging for a title at the end of
that United team. Don't do that. That United team was one of the worst teams I've ever seen.
But they almost won a title.
But
yeah, because that was where the league was at.
Hold up. You're both right though. Yes, that United team wasn't good, but also we almost won a title, and that United side is miles better than the side we have currently. And the manager we had at that side is miles better.
Of course.
So I do agree with it.
So Van Persie was the final piece of the jigsaw back then. Kane wouldn't be.
Kane's not the final piece. He's a piece of
the jigsaw. No one's saying that though. He's a big.
No,
he's
I've
a major piece.
I've heard people say if you get Harry Kane.
He's not the final piece.
I've heard that.
Listen,
that's ridiculous.
And people, we don't need just Kane. We need everyone else. And I'm like, we'll get other people. And they're like, you think the Qatari owners are coming and blah blah blah. I don't think we get Kane if we don't get new owners or a big striker like that. So that is my assumption because we're broke right now. We have no money. So if we don't get new owners, we're not signing anyone big. That's why we're going on a fucking sale right now. So
I get Flawless.
We will get a big. We will get owners. We will get a big name striker and other players around him, and I think we'll be good enough to win the league.
And just to answer your question, someone said in the chat, and I was checking it out. Brentford play a mix, so sometimes he's a part of a 2, sometimes he's a part of a 1. Ivan Toney, a mix. But like I said, he's not the only option. But I'm saying bring me profile. I'm saying have everything. It's not one or the other. That's what it is. And like I say with Kane, as I keep stating, you're this exceptional, which I believe he is. But why is there nothing to show for it? That's a concern.
I understand what Flores is trying to say. Like, as great as it is having an 11 of like world-class players, football doesn't work like that. Sometimes you need profiles to suit certain systems. For example, when Liverpool were great a few years ago, like people didn't rate Henderson, but yet the job he did in that team was so great and so effective and helped them to win. Like I remember Liverpool fans saying that, oh, if Gerrard was in this team instead of Henderson, we'd be better. You really wouldn't have been. Like sometimes having a player who can do it's not me making a job. Sometimes having a player who can do a certain job as opposed to having a player who's flashy but doesn't really like do anything else or doesn't help the team in a certain way. It's much better. That's why I have Henderson as a Premier League legend and Gerrard's not. But
what? Henderson is a Premier
League legend. I don't have well he's for what he did for Liverpool, yes. Gerrard is not one, in my opinion.
Hey, Henderson's there, Gerrard.
And back to my point, right?
I'm not.
Yeah, don't address me.
No. Ryan, that's not even like a dig for me. For me, if you haven't won a Prem, I can't consider you to be a Premier League legend.
All right, cool.
Is Kane a Premier League legend?
No, that's his criteria.
Is who?
Kane.
Is Kane? No, obviously not.
That's his criteria. If that's his
and also Juan Mata is one of my favorite players to play in the Prem, but he's not a Prem legend.
That's fair. I mean, I disagree, but if that's your criteria, then fair.
Yeah. Obviously, you need to have a legacy in the Prem in terms of like what you've done as a player. But like, if you haven't won a title or be important in a title, you can't be part of it.
I was saying, right? Another thing, right? Another reason, like you say, oh, go get me that profile. After getting all these guys that are supposed to have potential and all this shit. Bro, I'm tired of just players coming here and trying to figure it out. We used to always get the ready-made best players in the world to come to United. They would just bang for the most part, right? Bro, I'm tired of these project guys, man.
We didn't.
We got the best players from the Premier League.
Who?
Wayne Rooney, what's his face? Robin Van Persie.
Van Persie is.
Van Persie. What was his face?
Van Persie. Like the majority of our players, that's not the case. No, we didn't buy ready-made starts. That's incorrect. There's the odd occasion. Cole had one cold season.
Who was that?
Cole had one cold season at Newcastle. York had 1-2. You can go check this. Had 1-2 cold season. These man were ready made. Berbatov is one. Van Persie is one. But my point is, overall, no, we didn't.
Yeah,
we had players who had performed to a certain level, but none of the players we had spoken about had performed to Harry Kane's level. Apart from not even Van Persie, none of them.
Now Van Persie only had the one good season at Arsenal.
No, that's my point.
It was the one before, right? It was the one before.
Yeah, I'm saying Kane. No, none of them. Like yes, Andy Cole had a banging season, but it was like one. But go on, carry on.
My point was right. I'm like my thing is you. Everyone said, Ryan said he missed the penalties or the mentality thing. I'm rather willing to take a risk on him because the biggest issue I have to fix on him is his mentality, which people criticize. But the other people, there are more question marks there because we don't know what they're going to be. Like these project strikers that people say you get and you scout because for what you said you're looking for, right? With the PNP and the other attributes that we need. I don't know many people out there that are ready-made. Because all these guys that play in the Champions, so there are bigger question marks about them. So they have to come here, new league, figure it out, blah blah blah. Like, then we'll have another transition season in a sense. Like,
but it's not necessarily because you can go get a Martinez level striker.
This is the point.
Where's the Martinez? Where was the Martinez?
But the hit rate, hit rate is very low.
This is on. And you said fixing a mentality can't be fixed. Name a player whose mentality got fixed.
Yeah,
never happened. Name a player. You said you can fix his mentality. And bear in mind, I don't criticize Kane for his mentality. That's a whole different conversation. Mentality can't be fixed. Name a player. You either have that instilled in you or you don't.
There is something wrong with Kane, though. You can tell that from that penalty.
Okay. You may learn. Name a player.
I can't think of it on the top of my head.
Because it's never happened where a player
No. I'm saying the fact that if you put him, people say bottle job. If you put him around better players with a better manager, that won't be as much of a quote unquote hindrance
as people make out.
But then for the argument's
if
sake,
that makes sense.
But then for the argument's
it
sake,
could be a bigger hindrance because then players will then figure out like, oh shit, he's not up for it, and then that affects the team. Like I said, there is big question marks over Harry Kane. There is big. Whereas go inside, like I said, go get a Martinez. If you can find a Martinez level centre back, you can find a Martinez level striker. Nobody knew about Martinez.
The hit rate for that is very low, though. Flawless, you do agree.
Again, it's very low, but it's very low. But Manchester United have been dealing with very low for the longest since the Premier League started, and we've been the most successful.
To answer that question, people said that when Jose went to Spurs, but yeah, Kane couldn't get them over the line to win a trophy.
Couldn't do it.
Other than the Conference League or the Europa League or the Prem.
He was part of the 11. People don't probably remember, but he did play in the game where we lost to Sarko.
Yeah, he did. I remember.
There's all of them. All of Spurs' worst defeats in recent times. He was there.
And one thing is well, like even the Champions League final, like he personally requested to start the game in the UCL.
You got to the final without him.
He didn't.
But he wanted to play.
The original plan is just to stick with the same stuff that we wanted to play, but Kane purportedly wanted to play this final part, and obviously Harry Kane at the time, you were the top guy at the club. Pochettino likes you. You're gonna start.
I said that did us a favor that day.
In any time this man faces adversity, he's failed.
It's a conflict, and this is the thing. This is the thing. Like if I say this in my fan base, I get always like but then you go and it's the same excuse. But look at the other guys. Where's this guy? Where's this guy? But why can I not talk about this guy? The guy that I look at and say who is the guy who's supposed to be the guy? Like come on, like Leicester.
Do you guys think that your team can lose, but your best player or your best players can have a brilliant game?
Yes.
Prime.
Yeah, we just seen that in the World Cup final. Mbappe, everyone knows how big of a fan I am of Mbappe. I'm on that watch along saying, yo, you need to stand up because it's looking bleak for you right now. And guess what he did? Stood up, and even though they lost, his stock rose. Kane don't even have, someone correct me if I'm wrong, Kane don't even have one of those games for Spurs.
He doesn't.
When I've watched him, where I'm like, yo, they lost, but I'm like, Kane, you was at it. You was, and that's my point, is every time this man is faced with adversity, he's flopped, he's failed. That's the fact, and that's outside of winning a trophy. Go win a semi-final or a quarter-final. How are you going out to Sheffield United? The amount of it going out to
didn't he go to Middlesbrough the year before? Out to
Middlesbrough. But if I speak about
flawless, no one mentions.
Of course, the arguments in the.
I remember, I think it was either Conte's first or second season with us. It was probably first season. We played them in the semi-final of the FA Cup, and Spurs were like,
the banger.
Yeah, and Spurs were like 2-1 up or 2-0 up, I think, at halftime, and we ended up winning 4-2. Where was Kane that day?
Yeah, I think when we played them in the FA, go on, Jez. You go.
This is the thing with like a lot of these games, like that's why Champions League record is obviously you can say we don't really play a lot of knockout games, but his knockout these when it comes to like cup competitions, for the guy doesn't step usually up. It's usually someone else that does it. Like it's whatever it's a Lucas Moore, whatever it's a Ericsson at the time.
What about Dele Alli? I'm sure
Dele Alli is another one. Like it's all like remember the game against Arsenal in the Emirates, like the replay.
Oh, when Dele Alli lobbed him.
Yeah, lobbed the goal. And we won 2-1. Kane didn't score in the game. It was Ericsson and Ali. It's weird. It's something weird about him where like I don't know what it is. One thing is about him where like once it comes to like in the league, guy is fantastic in my opinion. Like the guy can go and score against everybody. Sometimes there's a lot of goals that comes with losses as well. But the overall point is like in cup competitions, there's something wrong about this guy. Like it's very spooky. Even with England, like you can say Tottenham, cool. England had ample of opportunities. Fuck it, you were 1-0 up in the Euros final. I don't remember you doing anything in that game.
Even the Croatian semi-final in the World Cup, they didn't square it to Sterling.
But even outside of the squaring it to Sterling, I don't remember you.
Yeah, he didn't do anything.
This is the point. This is the thing. Like he drifts away from a lot of these big games, like big games that is actually for something. Like if it's for a trophy, like he can come up and get a goal for top 4
but when it comes to actually winning a trophy, it's like he disappears a lot. It is a fact. Like, and when I say this, if any Tottenham fan that says it about Kane or even Son, but Kane particularly, you can't say it. You're always going to go for Eric Dyer first. But why? I don't expect anything from Eric Dyer. And this is the kind of thing. This for me, this is one thing. If he goes to United, it's 100% gonna go. If United lose a game, an important game, where they go out, he's the last one to get blamed. I feel it's gonna be the same thing.
But I'm not hearing. Yeah, go on, carry on.
But then at the same time, I do see the benefits what he can bring to United. But I can understand the reasoning why a lot of United fans don't want. Because again, it's the question marks that I, as a Spurs fan, even though he's our best creator, best goal scorer, have about him as a player. Because like, it's hard for me. It's hard for me to. I appreciate him a lot, but for me, there's also this feeling of. I always feel like you could have done more. I just generally feel like even if you want to go and blame Levy or you want to blame players or want to blame the manager, why is everybody able to get blamed but you can't get blamed?
That's my thing with it. And Tazo had to go, people. He put it in a private chat, but that's my what's it called? My problem with it. Every time you face that, and people talk about him dropping short and passing. I don't need that from my striker. I got over outfield players. I got my 2 central midfielders. I got my 10 to do that. Why are you dropping back and doing it? Yes, it's helpful. But I watch Benzema, who I think is the best striker on the planet, not do that. And they're fine. I watch Haaland, who's a freak of nature, not do that. Yes, he can drop short and pass, not nowhere near the level of Kane, but I don't need that. How about you?
Especially if you're playing with a 10, you can't have that.
Because I'll be real.
They'll just occupy the same space.
Yeah. Because if you ask me, I prefer the Harry Kane on the punch up top, when he was able still to press very well, when he still had the legs, and he was just focusing about his goals. Now I feel like even with England, people say, yeah, it's Southgate who's telling him to drop deep. I think there's also a thing of him just believing in his ability and wanting to drop deep, because really and truly, you don't have to drop deep for England.
Facts.
It doesn't work. It doesn't work.
And to Christian, who says, oh, he has Southgate and dinosaurs as managers, I'm not doing that because Sterling balled out in that Euros. He was England's best player. Was it the Euros or the World Cup?
Euros.
The Euros. He was England's best player. And we'll all sit on here and say, yeah, Kane's a better player than Sterling.
And
so if Kane's a better player and more talented, why can Sterling, under them same circumstances with dinosaurs and defensive managers, go and ball out? The same Sterling people will criticize. The same Sterling people will say, oh, nothing outside the Pep system, even though we've seen him perform for England outside the Pep system, even though he performed for Liverpool to a certain extent outside it. So if we're calling this man world class and the second best striker in the league, top 5 in Europe, let's hold him to second best striker in the league and top 5. Let's hold him to them standards. And when we hold him to them standards, and bear in mind, people, this is me saying this. I've just said Kane is world class. If he does come to my football club, I am not dead against it. I just think there's better options. Taza made the point, and he stated, well, Kane would help us. Do I think Kane helps us towards Manchester United's goals? Yes. Does he get us goals? Does he get us assists? Is he grateful for other players? Yes. I just think there's better options. That's all it is. You know what I'm saying? Same way if we were to sign, I'm trying to think of a player. If we were to sign any good player, if we were to go get, I don't know, a fully fit Kovacic, I think Kovacic is a good player, even though he's been poor for Chelsea. Is he my first choice to go get for Manchester United? No. Someone can improve you and you're still not a fan of, but it's about the levels of improvement. And when people talk about him dropping deep, that's just because he can't spin him behind. That's why I was like, I have my three midfielders.
This is something that Jose realized about him, where like you can see he's not really this athletic guy that can bully the centre backs with physicality. So he has to drop him deep and just use Son as the source where you can just go and find him.
Do you not think
Christian says defense set up to stop Kane? Sterling took his chances. Well done. Well, if he can't get past, I don't want him at my club. You think defenses don't set up to stop Haaland? Wait. Hold up. Any great. You think defenses didn't set up to stop Drogba when he was in his prime at Chelsea? You think defenses didn't stop up to try and stop Mo Salah for the past 5 years? But yet he still managed to bag 25 goals.
Mo Salah. It was crazy.
And Mo Salah has still managed to produce for Liverpool. So if Mo Salah can do it and Drogba can do it and Cristiano Ronaldo did it, why does it change? You think teams don't think, let's try and stop Haaland? You think teams don't, let's try and stop Benzema.
Flawless. Judging by the goals he scored this season, I don't think anyone's tried to stop him.
No, they've tried. They just can't. You know what I'm
can't do
saying?
this all
So,
day
like,
as well.
again, but this is what I'm talking about is excuses. If defenses are setting up to stop you, do something about it. Because that's one thing that Saka is realizing now is, oh, shit, you're Arsenal's best attacker. We're going to put 2 men on you. Now it's on Saka to figure out how to deal with that because every single top attacker in the Premier League, if you are at the highest level, has to deal with that. You think teams over the past 10, 15 years haven't set up to stop Messi? You think that's never
Messi gets kicked? Messi gets kicked every
but
single
Messi's
time.
figured it out. Same way with Christian. Same Eden Prime's here. Lewis is here. Eden Hazard. You think teams didn't set up? I watched Ander Herrera man-mark Eden Hazard. Teams Eden Hazard managed to work around that. So if Hazard and Salah and Drogba and Ronaldo and all these greats can do that, how come Kane can't do that?
Yeah, but Flawless, to be fair, that was back when he was on Weight Watchers.
Yeah. But Kane could be your Rooney, bro, as he gets older and he bags. Kane is not Wayne Rooney.
Kane's 30, 31 now.
Kane is not Wayne. Again, Christian, this is overrated. Kane is not Wayne Rooney in terms of level. He is not prime Rooney.
But
prime
wasn't Rooney 18
ridiculous.
when he joined United?
Yes.
Kane's like 30.
Exactly. Again, this is the point I'm talking about.
When he gets older, what? When he's 40?
If we do a work, and this is the point I'm talking about right now, people, and this is a teachable moment. This is why, how come when we put players in a world, I'm doing a box with my hands for those that can't see. We put all these players in a world-class box, and they all have the same issues and have to deal with the same things. But how come it's excuses? Because we don't have to make them excuses. I use Mo Salah. Mo Salah has been one of the most marked men for the longest, but yet he still manages to get goals, still manages to get assists, still manages to contribute and have impact, and has helped Liverpool win a Premier League and a Champions League. So how come he can do it, but Kane can't? But we'll put them in the same bracket. Benzema will do the same. Others will do the same. Haaland will do the same. Whoever. Like, what are we doing? Like, come on, man. Yeah, of course he gets goals and assists, no doubt. Christian, no doubt.
I mean, there's also the factor of like those players playing better teams. But the thing with Kane is you've had opportunities to leave. You haven't.
Win a trophy. Okay. Here's a better team thing. I seen Jamie Vardy take a worse team to and help them win the champs.
You're telling me Kane should be going out to Middlesbrough and Sheffield United.
This is the point I'm making, Prime.
And the thing is, more people
win me a Carabao Cup. And
No, Flawless. I agree. No, I do agree. And that is like, as much as I would like, the thing is, 2 years ago, after we'd won the Champions League, I wanted Kane then. Because we still had a world-class manager. The team was still ticking and everything. And that would have been the moment. But right now, I don't think it's the right moment to get Kane.
Because
and even for United, right? Like for Kane himself, I think the marker right now for strikers and his popularity, teams don't need him. City wanted you 2 seasons ago. They don't need you now. Real Madrid don't want you. Bayern, considering your price tag, don't want you. Man United, would that even be the best place to go? Probably the best option currently available, but is that even the best thing to go to? Because going to United, is that even a guarantee of trophies for Kane?
Facts. For me, you know what's crazy? Before you go, I think he ends up staying at Spurs. But go on, Jay.
I think he should go. Honestly, if I'm Kane, go abroad.
I go.
He doesn't want to. He doesn't want to.
No, not even Bayern. You could go Italy and win trophies.
See, Bram, I get that point, but this is the point. He doesn't want to, and this you can probably, of course, I know the record is a big thing, but this goes back to mentality. Like, how badly do you really want to win? You be talking about wanting to change the mentality. This is one way. Leave the country if you really want to go and have a successful career, like be remembered for something at least. Like
the Premier League record doesn't mean anything. Maybe because he's English, but like in the grand scheme of things, in 30 years' time, like no one's gonna care.
And this is the thing. Like when I talk about it with him, like for me, that's why I said I'm happy if somebody comes in. Fuck it, even if Chelsea comes in, I know the price would just be a bit more expensive because it's Chelsea. But if Chelsea comes in, obviously I would hate it because Chelsea get him, and Chelsea already spent crazy amount of money. But we just have to. For me, I always say we get a lot of excuses, a lot of things. Like he does a lot of things as well. Like for example, I think we are only this up high in the table because of him, because of the fact he's the main scorer and main creator. But I think a lot of excuses can be with him in the team, a lot of excuses will always put on somebody else. And I think it's gonna go wherever he goes. I think if it's gonna be United, and you see it in England. England, he doesn't get any blame for any of the losses. I only know when you missed the penalty, because you missed the penalty. But if England had a penalty in that game and lost the game 2-1, they're looking at Rashford, they're looking at Grealish, they're looking at the midfield, they're looking at the defense. They're not going to go first at Harry Kane, the striker.
And they'll say he's their best player. So if he's their best player, you take the majority of the blame. Because you take the majority of the praise.
And I think that's what I don't like. And this is something about him in his career where, like, I feel like it's if he goes, let's say he goes to United, even Chelsea, it will be if these teams are not successful under him, this is what the media are gonna say. Maybe the fans disagree, and you're gonna have fights in between the families. But the overall media, well, you know what it's gonna be. The Ten Hag fell to Kane or something.
Big up to you, I got my topic for Man United tomorrow, but yeah, go on, carry on.
You know the stories how it's gonna happen. I'm telling you, if he goes to United, Ten Hag gets blamed if Kane doesn't win a trophy by the media.
Ooh,
you know, really.
That's true. Yeah, it's facts.
Pochettino was holding a lot of blame before Kane. Like, I see Poch getting a lot of blame before Kane gets. That's crazy.
Which is why I say the best option truly for Kane, go abroad.
I agree.
Honestly, I don't see why he couldn't go to like Roma and win the Serie A and be lauded as or like any other team. I don't see why he has to go to United or Chelsea. Yeah, see why he has to go to United or has to go to Chelsea. They're not the best places to go to right now.
That's the issue.
I know United are on the rise and stuff with Ten Hag, but like if they don't get new owners and the Glazers are still there, is that the best place to go?
I don't. In that current situation, like United is really a lot of owner dependent. So you can't really say.
Depends on which owner actually does take them over, whether it is.
If it's going to be somebody like Ratcliffe, then I mean, I've seen the stuff that he has said about United that he wants to do.
Yeah, but looking at his past history with Nice, it's
terrible too. So
I know, but that's my thing with Kane. Is it worth like taking that risk of going to United or going to Chelsea with no guarantee it'll work out? If you go abroad, you will win a trophy. I've seen Villarreal win a Europa League. I've seen Roma go on a 14-year drought and win a European trophy. Like,
they could win abroad. Europa League this season, Roma.
Yeah, as well. Go abroad.
You see? Peter says extend that Spurs and be willing to die for that Europa League next year. No reason. Yeah, Spurs should have been a cup team. And I put 100%. That on him. Not solely him. But if Spurs, let's say next year that happens. Let's say next year, hypothetically, Spurs finish in the top 4. They win the Europa League. Guess what the conversation will be? Oh, this is why Manchester United should have signed Kane. He's helped Spurs win the Europa League. They finished top 4, blah, blah, blah. But when they don't win, it's Spurs attacks. It's the manager. It's Son. It's because you have Dyer, you have Skip.
I feel so sorry for Harry Kane. He deserves so much better. You hear those sorts of things.
Perform well. I'm saying,
and the thing is,
again, people, why I'm being so critical is because we holding him, myself included, to a world-class standard. That's why. Yeah, go on, Prime.
And the thing is, if Spurs say get to the semi-final of the Europa League and they lose, if Kane puts in a masterclass both legs, then we can't say anything.
It turned out. But this is the issue. It's the lack of quality performances in those stages, which are we not even when the team was good, we haven't seen. Even when the team was good, we haven't seen those quality performances. If I think about Kane, most memorable goal is the 1-1 draw against Arsenal when he scored that banger.
Is that the one?
Is it Rafael Leao make an impact against that against Napoli in that quarterfinal?
Yeah.
That's
and the AC team is not good, man. I don't care. I still believe we should have beaten
exactly. I think it's bang average.
It's not that good.
I'm sorry.
And this is the point. This is the point I'm making. Is Rafael Leao can go do that AC Milan in a team that is bang average. But if Kane was there, what would the conversation be? Team's not good enough. Blah blah blah. Rafael Leao can do it. But then we'll all say Rafael Leao's not world class and has more to prove, which is the case. Rafael Leao does have more to prove. But Kane's,
I think he is world class.
And world class. All right, but let's say you is. But argument's sake, let's say he's not. Let's say he's top class or he has to prove himself. People say, Kane's. If we said, if that Prime, if you tweeted right now and said Rafael Leao is much better than Harry Kane, people will be in your mentions like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, true.
So that's what I'm using is we hold him on this pedestal For what reason outside of him being talented and getting goals and assists when he's never performed like Rafa? He's never put in a Rafael Leao performance like that. Never. And Rafael Leao's how old? 21, 22?
Still young, isn't he?
Yeah, that's true. I'm thinking back to that Euros final, right? And I don't remember Kane at all up until the
Oh yeah,
He didn't do anything. He did anything. He didn't do
Mad.
anything, bro.
It's crazy.
And you're the favourites. Because
I'm
no
thinking
one can
back
tell
to
me that
the-
England side ain't better than that Italy side.
I'm thinking back to
wasn't
the
anything
semi-final against, was it Croatia? Up until that Sterling moment, I don't remember him. I'll be real.
Yo, you know this Kane thing, yeah? I remember that.
The more we talk about it, the more I'm just like, right, this is bad. But go on, carry on.
I'm just gonna. It's not really that big, but you remember that semi-final of the Euros where, was it against Denmark, and Kane had the penalty saved and Schmeichel carried out. That was a shit penalty, you know. I don't care what anyone says. Schmeichel,
before you carry on, Jess, before you
man
carry on, hey, you lot in the chat, relax, man. You know what I'm saying? I will start timing people out. I don't know why you're beefing. I don't know why we can debate on here and it's cool, and you lot can't get along in the chat. So nobody at anybody in the chat. If I continue to see you lot arguing in the chat, I will time people out. You man can just agree to disagree and keep it stepping. That being said, hit the like button on the video. We're 8 short of 100 likes. Here was me was thinking this was going to be a short show, and 3 hours and 15 minutes later, we're still here. We moved Sarcasm
This
City
is
TV.
Sarcasm City, man.
Yeah, man. Hit the like button, subscribe. Make sure you subscribe to Lewis's channel as well, Carefree Lewis G. Links underneath in the description as well. Yeah, go on, Jez. Go on, Jez.
Subscribe for the Arsenal clinic against Chelsea.
Oh, but like you said, when you really go deep, like really deep, like pause, into this whole Kane thing. I said to say, but if you really look at it, like,
that's a wild pause.
When you really look at it, there's a lot of things like even I can. There's a lot. If I wanted to go through in games that he has played and he didn't deliver, well, if I speak, man, bro.
And it's mad because people would think that we're talking about some scrub.
Yes,
it's crazy.
But this is,
yeah, exactly. But it's like we all rate him here. I'm here saying, even though I've been so critical of him, if he was to sign in the summer, I go, all right, cool. I can get behind this. I'm just saying the points I'm making out is I just think there is better options. That is the point I'm making, and I can see it going wrong. And then I'ma then criticize him, and his stands are already worse than Bruno's stands because Kane's actually talented. So I can already see it because I can see him bagging. He's gonna get goals for Manchester United,
course.
Without doubt. But if he comes here and he gets goals and we win nothing, guess what I'm gonna say? I don't care. Them goals better lead to certain. Don't be Ronaldo of old. Don't be new age Van Nistelrooy. I've seen it twice. I've seen it twice. Van Nistelrooy being the prime example, like I always use. For those that are old enough, United have had so many bad boy strikers in the Premier League era. Van Nistelrooy had the best goals to game ratio ever. Probably the best finisher I've ever seen. Bear in mind, I've seen every top striker at Manchester United. Minus like Brian McClure, I've seen every bagsman here. Cole, York, Cantona, Van Persie. Van Nistelrooy is probably the best finisher. But guess what? It wasn't good for the team. We won 1 Premier League and 1 FA Cup with him. Sold him, 3-peated and won a Champions League. That's not an accident. Because it's about the team. So don't let Kane come here and score 40 goals and we win nothing.
Wait, you didn't win with this tour, right?
Yeah, we won 1 FA Cup and 1 Premier League, I think. It was 1 of each. This is what I'm saying. But his goals to game ratio prime, he was a bagsman. I think he reached 100 goals in like 140 games for us, or something like that.
That's ridiculous.
His goals to game ratio is still the best, like in the Fergie era in terms of strikers. So better than Cantona, better than Cole, better than York, better than Van Persie, Rooney, Tevez. But guess what? We won more with all those strikers I'm talking about because they were better for the team. Because of profile, obviously, it's a different era, but that's the point I'm making. Is don't let Kane, because Kane will score goals. He'll come here and he'll easily get 25 goals, 15 assists, and have 40 goals, or 30, 40 goal contributions, 45, 50 goal contributions over the season. But if we win nothing, I'm like, all right, so what happened? This is just Spurs all over again. You did this at Spurs.
Everyone will blame Rashford.
Yes. And Anthony,
and
Bruno,
and Ten Hag. You know what I'm saying?
Kane should have squared it to Rashford.
Of course, and these are ifs. These are ifs if he joins. These are all ifs, but you see the pattern already. You can see you see it at Spurs, and you see it for England. If it happens at United, what can you more say? Because even when you look at I can't remember Champions League outside from Benzema. Where can I look at it? Like where all these Champions League winning teams, like their strikers wasn't this chopping deep kind of striker, and they won the Champions League. Like what you had last season, obviously Madrid do it. The season before was Chelsea. Is kind of you had like Havertz up top, but he's not like Kane chopping deep. Then after who was it before Chelsea?
Liverpool.
Liverpool.
Or no, Bayern. Then Liverpool.
Bayern. You had Lewandowski, who is someone who can be a fault with others, but he's more somebody in the box finisher with his movement. He's not chopping deep. Then before Bayern, who was it again? Liverpool, and you had Firmino there. Obviously, he's but then you have the two inside forwards there with Mane and
Salah, yeah.
Salah, and then the Madrid team, you had Cristiano Ronaldo, Benzema, and Bale. None of them. Benzema wasn't chopping deep like crazy like Kane was. You see the pattern here. Most of these teams in those most of these Champions League winning teams that don't really have like this deep line playmaker as a forward.
Because the game has evolved. Because someone asked me, I think it might have been Prime, who said, if you put Benzema in that Spurs side, do they win something? Yes.
100%.
I don't know if it was Prime, but I've been asked that. But yes,
yeah, it was me. Yeah.
The reason why I'm being
get over the line against Leicester.
You telling me he don't win the Conference League against NS Mora?
Of course.
Like, come on, man. Like, and again, people, why I'm being so critical and nitpicking is because when you're trying to compete at the highest level, because United ain't even there yet. This is what it is. When you look at Manchester City, Liverpool when they've been at it, Real Madrid now, Chelsea when they've won shit in the past, Manchester United when they've won stuff in the past, them teams have had bad boy players who were consistently good. Like, there's none of this, like, Marcel said it, facts 100, Kane got 25 goals in the Premier League right now and his team is in 7th. Don't bring me that. He's got 30 goals at this point next season for United and we're in 4th.
That's why
this is spicy Ronaldo from last season.
And this is the thing. That's why I don't really
talk about. Oh my God.
That's why I don't talk about
facts.
I see Ronaldo from last
season. It's just Ronaldo with English PR.
Yeah,
same shit.
No, I'm not even saying you're wrong, but like,
you're not saying it's wrong. It's just mad when you say it. But like, this is, and again, people, because we're now having this conversation, it's uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable conversation. And if we start critiquing at the highest level, we gonna critique at the highest level. Then again, people, we will like, oh, flawless. Why are you nitpicking? Because these are the fine margins that are the difference in you winning a league and not winning a league, or winning the Champions League and not winning the Champions League. Ryan's seen his team come short twice, 1 point, twice. You know what I'm saying? With 1 point. I guarantee if Klopp could redo that, he would go and sign a player to get him over the line in those 2 seasons.
100%.
To get that extra point. They had a little bit of extra, whatever that quality is, he'll know better than me because he's watching.
First season it was another attacker probably. Last season it was a midfielder.
Same way, if you had a better defense under Brendan Rodgers, you probably win the league because you can see that like 60 goals.
It's true.
Again, but people say, oh, well, you nitpick. No, because these are the fine margins, people. Fine margins. You know what I'm saying? When United have lost leagues, fine margins. Not investing right, or maybe not or players being certain seasons, we just lost players because of injuries. These type of things. What are we doing?
For example, like being the difference, the Champions League final 2 seasons ago, is Kane the difference in City winning against us?
Don't know.
Nah, I don't think he is. No, it's Haaland. Much more of a conversation. It's a genuine conversation.
Let's say
is Benzema. Yes, but again, people, why do we keep using those two? Because that's the pinnacle. Like Taza was 110% right. No one is Benzema, but let's try and go and get as close to Benzema level as possible. If Benzema is 10, why can't we go get 9.9? Why are we getting 9.5 or 9, wherever you want to rate Kane? People are like, oh, it's tough to get a 9.5. Yes, it's tough. United are looking for the 1% in the footballing world to go and produce
it's tough, but it's
level.
Possible.
Yes, because we've seen Liverpool do it. We've seen Chelsea do it. We've seen Manchester United do it. We're now also seeing Manchester City do it. So it is possible. Again, this is why I keep saying people nitpicking. I'm nitpicking because these are the fine margins. We watch Liverpool lose out 2 points to 2 league titles. I've seen United lose league titles on the last day. Nitpicking, small margins. Or maybe I should have got this player. Or if this player was fit. Or this player was slightly better. Or I should have improved here. We watch Wenger.
Bro, if it was for fine margins, we would have had a quadruple last season. That's how close it always is.
It's like, again, yeah, like Peter said it there best. We saw Tammy Abraham lead Roma to a trophy. Gerard Moreno lead Villarreal. It happens all the time, but he can't.
Gerard Moreno for Villarreal that season.
But he can't do it in the Europa League with better sides than that Roma side and better sides than that Villarreal side. What are we doing, man?
I think that's a start as well. Because this is something that just came to my mind because I remember I need to go. I'm gonna look at it again. So maybe by tomorrow I got you floors maybe on this, but I think Kane played 3 finals for us and he has no shot on targets in those finals.
It's 4 with no shots on target. No, not 3 for you, but like he's played 4 finals.
Yeah, 4 finals. Yeah, I think 4 finals overall, but 3 finals for us with no shot on
target. But even for England, he didn't get a shot on target in the
final. Hold on, which final? Wait, 3 for Spurs?
Yeah, 3 finals. I think the Carabao Cup against City, Champions League final, and then one more.
I think he played a Carabao Cup against Chelsea.
Chelsea, yeah, he did. In 14-15. Wait, so 3 finals, no shot on target.
And for the England final, he didn't have a shot on target either.
And again, people, that's bad that he didn't have a shot on target, but then we're talking putting a performance where we go, yo, he lost, but Harry Kane today doesn't deserve to be on the losing side because he tried to will his team onto that trophy. Man, just letting shit bypass him. He's world class, though. He's the best player on their team. Don't tell me about Eric Dyer.
For example, the final, the World Cup final, I remember watching it, and I think the last, 10, 15 minutes of the 90, when France were just putting in crosses in the box. I remember watching and saying, if Giroud's on that pitch, he would have scored one of those headers. And, that's the difference, because I don't see Kane doing that.
Man, we see Giroud and Kane went head to head, and Giroud stood up for his country. Yeah. Did he not score the winner against England?
Yeah,
he dunked on Maguire.
Kane missed the penalty.
And everyone will tell you Kane is clear of Giroud, which I'm not disputing. So, all right, let's hold him to a much higher standard and level than we do Giroud. Bear in mind, that's a Giroud that's helped his teams win, not only reach back-to-back World Cup finals, win one. He's also in a Champions League semi-final now. He's won Europa Leagues. I believe
he's won a Champions League. Yeah, it was important in us, yeah.
Oh, yeah, shit. He won a Champions League. I'm saying he's won the Europa League. He probably won a Serie A at some point, potentially. He might have won one. I'm not sure.
He has won already last season.
He was top goal scorer when we won. He was top goal scorer when we won the Champions League.
This is the point I'm making. This is it. Peter's back in the building. Yes, family. What you saying, man?
Shout out, Peter.
Yo, it's almost 3.5 hours, and you guys are still live.
We just started talking about Harry Kane, and then it
took off. Nah, yeah, I heard the conversation while I was shaving. I just want to say, Kane won't go abroad because he wants the goal record and all that stuff. But he's got one big move left in his career, or probably one move, period. If I was Kane, I would have left 2 years ago and went to City. So there would be no Haaland. It would be Kane at City getting all the glory. But he couldn't strike properly, so fuck it. He went back to go play with Nuno, and now Ryan Mason's his coach for the 2nd time, so whatever. Right? But, if you're Kane, you got to either leave or just extend at Spurs and ride it out and try and lead them to something.
I agree with you. I think that's the best option. I think, but obviously he's going to be free agent next summer, but I'll be honest, I think by the time he's free agent, I think all the teams going to pass by him. I think Chelsea.
That's why I think he's going to extend. If I'm Kane,
I think he'll stay at Spurs.
If I'm Kane, I die to make this Europa League next year, and then you go all out to try and win that. You have Son under contract. You have Kane under contract. You'll get some sort of coach. You can't convince me that a team like Spurs, in this entire tenure of having this core of players, shouldn't have won something.
Or even the Conference League. Get the Conference. They could win the Conference League.
They were in the Conference League last year and they chucked it.
Yeah,
but they could. If they went for it, they could genuinely win it. And that was Conte in Europe. That was Conte in Europe.
That's my thing. Let's be real. Tottenham aren't going to win the UCL. They're not going to win the Prem.
Yeah.
You have other competitions that you're entered in every year. Especially if they're in Europa League. I'm not asking them to win a treble of Mickey Mouse trophies. Just win one. Win one and see where that gets you.
But it's the one thing I always keep telling you, though. But it's the one thing I keep telling you. Even I've told you that. I told Brian that. Probably Flo's told already before. People, if you don't know in the chat, I don't know, it's the first time I tell you. I still believe till this day that Europa League run with Jose, we should have won the Europa League that season. I generally believe so.
The crazy part is we've been talking about this for pretty much an hour or however long it is. Pierre's right. If he would have won I mentioned this, if he would have won a Carabao Cup, this conversation is dead. I'm not doubting your ability to lead your team to something. I'm saying lead them to something. It's like when people say, ironically, people comes full circle, a whole 180 when I talk to Bruno stands, where people say, oh, Bruno led us United to something. Led us to what?
Don't get this,
lead me to trophies, please. That's all I care about. Don't lead me to goals and assists and personal records. Go on,
my opinion on like what cups do for clubs, but what cups do for players, especially when you are supposedly knocking on the door of the elite bracket, you got to have something to your name.
Yes.
Kane just has golden boots, and his next birthday will be his 31st birthday. That's it. Like, that's not enough. So, Europa League, like, say Harry Kane extends at Tottenham for 4 more years, wins the Europa League and a domestic cup, and, like, makes them a consistent Champions League club for whatever it's worth. At least he will have spent all his time there and he'll have something to put on the table. Because if he forces his move to United, there's no guarantee that he wins the Prem. Definitely not. Let's not even like get into like the UCL. There's no guarantee. City are still sitting right there. You know, so it's like, yeah, you could do it. It would kind of make sense. It seems kind of obvious, but for the price, I don't know. And like I said, like, yeah, the other people at United would get the blame if they don't win, but also they won. If Kane goes this summer and they don't win next year, United did win a trophy this year without him. It's not like they're still on this trophy drop.
But
this Kane,
I think. So I'm sorry, but
I was gonna say, like, there's no obvious place for him to go now. He missed his window. Mm-hmm. He might as well just ride it out at Spurs. That's what I would do if I was him. At this point in Europa League, man. Win a Europa League. If it has to be a Conference League, whatever, but win something. Like West Ham are in a Conference League semifinal. You telling me Mikel Antonio's going to lift a trophy in London before Kane? Come on, man.
Well, this is why I keep talking. This is why I keep talking about this guy. But when I say this within my fan base, they say you crazy. How you're not talking about the other guys first? But you know, I don't want to keep repeating the same thing. Like, so one thing I need to ask, obviously, and I don't know if the United fans in the chat maybe agree on this. If Kane joins your team next season, do you really believe a Carabao Cup and a FA Cup which just satisfies you though? When you literally made it this season already to a FA Cup final, and you won the Carabao Cup.
We better improve. That's all I'm saying. Even if we sign just him.
See, for me, the expectations drastically improve from like wanting, you know what, we should be challenging for the league. Actually, I feel like when it comes to United, you expected to win bigger. You expected to be the difference maker, to win the bigger trophies. Where like at Spurs, if you win a Carabao Cup, a Europa League, or FA Cup, that alone makes you already like fuck. Wow, you ended the 15-year trophy job.
You know what's crazy?
It's different.
English striker Antonio could win a Conference League this season, and next season, Ollie Watkins, English striker, could win the Europa League.
Same way with Antonio, because they would be in the Europa League as well if they win it.
Yeah, I'm saying that would be three English strikers winning a trophy.
Antonio's Jamaican now, but here.
Yeah, shout out.
Yeah, but hey, he's English. English. Let's use it for the agenda.
Definitely not.
Let's use it for the agenda.
He plays for the homeland. It is what it is. But no, like you can't see clubs like West Ham in a final. You see like Villarreal won the fucking Europa League. All these random teams winning shit. Roma might do a Conference League and a Europa League. Like you can't tell me, Tottenham couldn't have done it. Like you have Kane, you have Son, 2 of probably the 30 best attacking players that have probably ever played in the Prem. You could make an argument, right? And it's like, you can't give me anything after playing together for like 7-8 years.
Nothing. Just bring me one.
Considering all the
Carabao
semifinals
Cup.
they've been in.
Yeah, just a Carabao Cup. That's all I'm asking for. Just a Carabao Cup.
Like
That's
you really
it.
had to lose to Sheffield United in the FA Cup. Did you really?
Sheffield United's B team. Don't let us forget. That was the Sheffield United B team. It wasn't even the best team.
Middlesbrough the year before.
It was
played, yeah. Jez, let me ask. How strong was the team Spurs fielded?
So Kane didn't start the game. So I get the lineup up now because It wasn't a great lineup, but that team was good enough to beat the Sheffield United team. I tell you for a fact.
Telling me you weren't good enough to get you past AC Milan.
We had a good enough team to. I told you already. My expectation was to beat AC Milan.
You did say that.
Yeah, just this said it on combined show. I told you weren't going to win.
Nah. See, I felt like we were going to. If they really were about it.
No shit. Kane started against Forest.
Mm-hmm.
The Forest one he started, but I'm talking about the Sheffield one.
Flawless. What was the lineup?
It was Foster in goal. Back three was Longley, Dyer, Sanchez, Sessignon, Doherty as wing backs. Midfield three of Skip, Basuma, and Højbjerg. And then it was Perisic and then Kane. Richarlison came on. Gill came on. Kulusevski came on. Judd Spence came on. Bentancur came on. Obviously, I don't know when.
Enough.
But yeah, that's definitely good. I'm sorry. That team, you're way up. Yo, I watched us go to away at Forest with Weghorst up top and beat them in a Carabao Cup semi-final.
Brian, we did the double against Forest in the league, bro. And that Forest team was weaker than both times we played Forest in the league. You see,
I'm just curious. In the knockout competitions, Spurs have lost. Has Kane played all of them?
Probably the majority, yes.
Which games? Sorry, what is the question?
The knockout competition, so the FA Cups, Carabao Cups, etc. Has Kane played in all of them?
Yeah, most of them he played. He just didn't really do anything.
That you've been knocked out in?
Right, he went on in the 65th minute against Sheffield United.
That's more than enough time.
It was 0-0 when Kane subbed on, by the way.
Yeah. This was
they were 1-0 down. They conceded. Oh yeah, it was. Yeah,
no, it was 0-0.
You're right.
Because I bet on the game.
You're right. It was.
What's his name? What's his name? NDI or whatever the light-skinned dude for Sheffield United's name. He banged. He says 0-0 when Kane ran out on the pitch and lost.
I
know because you know what's funny.
The guy is like, I'm telling you, the guy is bad judge. Like something is about him that I don't like.
I bet on the game. I got 8-1 odds for Sheffield United to win the second half, and I was like, "Ooh, I gotta take it."
Jez, you know that like weird like stat where the players who have left Spurs in like the last 5 years have all won a trophy. What would be funny is if Kane leaves.
Ryan, yeah? Love him. Bless him.
Oh, peace out, Ryan. What would be funny if Kane leaves, he doesn't win a trophy, and Spurs win something next year.
Because this is the thing. This is the funny part. Everyone that left the season after immediately they won something.
Yeah, but what would be funny if Kane leaves and Spurs win next year?
If then I'm telling you, there is something about him. This is like the confirmation, and like I don't know what it is. It's something about him that I don't like. It's some bad judge. I don't know what it is.
It's not judge from him. It's just a quality thing, man. He's just not that good.
I agree. But it's like I said,
it's
all the time. It's because it's all the time. It's a pattern, guys. It's a pattern.
And you know what really bothers me about Tottenham and their approach to these little cups, like as a club,
we acting like it's not like a big thing.
No, it's just they just Tottenham disregarded the domestic cups this year, even though they obviously just weren't having a good season. It's like, bro, I don't know. But
that's tired. That's the manager. That's the manager's fault, though.
But 100%. But like, I'm tired of that. Like, part of me wants Kane to leave so they can just embrace being a 6th or 7th place team and trying to win cups. I feel like they're going about this all wrong. Like those 2 league title pushes, like got them all fucked up.
Yep.
Like they're not really supposed to be up there.
No, see, but this is one thing I always say about us, where like I feel like Poch overachievement made everybody, obviously the fan base as well, but people and the club believe we are bigger than we actually are.
Mm-hmm.
If you get what if it kind of makes sense. So now it's like this expectation, like you have to be in the Champions League, and really and truly, we're not that good. We're not that talented. You say 6th and 7th. I think without Kane, we're not even 6th and 7th. This how I think how bad we are, really and truly.
If you get the money and like replace him decently, I think you could be.
You could be, but then we could not replace him, bro. So
I mean, of
this
course,
is like it would depend on the replacement, but you get the whole point that I'm trying to make. Like him not in the team, this team is not finishing like in the European.
Oh, this exact team, of course not. But like that's because it's just an unbalanced team.
Yeah, but you see, and this is the issue. This is why I'm kind of even advocate of like wanting. You see me in the Mandem United office say, hopefully United buy him. fuck it, if Chelsea come in, if you ask for more money and Bowley is willing to pay it, it would be annoying seeing the Chelsea fans celebrating Kane being in their team. But I take the money and just accept the fact that it's not working. I take the money.
Well, no, I understand. I understand why you would do that, Jez. I get it, like wanting to reset and like actually rebuild.
Well, he's holding us back. I think he's generally holding us back and actually accepting what we are. I think he's actually holding us back. But
yeah, man, we're gonna close out.
You're not allowed to say that. You're not allowed to say that in the Tottenham.
No, they're not. But I've got my topic of conversation for Man United. Anyway, I got shit to get off my chest. Flawless. So you think you will get out of the Champions League group stage with this current squad solely dependent on the draw? Tough draw? No. Very tough draw.
Well, I'm gonna have to bounce, but big up.
Yo, Lewis, let them know what you got coming up tomorrow because we're closing out anyway.
Probably an Arsenal preview.
All right,
so have a look for that. We'll discuss how and why we're gonna get battered.
Yeah, make sure you know what I'm saying. You lot check that out. Obviously, Lewis has got the live stream he did with Lee Gunner doing the Arsenal Chelsea preview. Obviously, the preview that's coming out with Troops as well. So make sure you check out both of those great pieces
Lewis,
of
what's
content.
coming up on Tuesday?
Don't know. Make up. Maybe do a review. I don't know. But yeah, big up, guys.
Bless. Yo, bless up, yeah, every single time, man. I'm the Toad as well who says, yo, I'm in LA and this is my first time. There's good live football content at a great time for me. The Lakers killing it too. My life is complete. Hey, the Toad, big up. I'm glad to do it. And that's why we do late night streams, not only for people who are night owls in the UK, but also people like yourself who are in other time zones. And Told, you glad you mentioned the Lakers because over on the Sarcasm City TV Twitch, we do NBA watch-alongs. And there's Laker Nation over there. I'm not a fan of the Lakers, but there is Laker fans on. So we hope to see you on the Twitch. And yeah, like I said, we have your Laker Nation, some Laker Nation representatives plus more. So make sure you follow the Twitch, Toad. I know you're subscribed here now because you're in the comment section, so big up. But yeah, go follow the Twitch, Sarcasm City TV as well, because we'll be live there with watch-alongs for the entire Lakers Warriors series. And let me ask you, Toad, that series, how many? I know you got the Lakers winning. How many games? Because I personally got the Warriors in 5, but that's just me. Pierre will probably be back soon. Let's see. Yeah, man, you lot, shit, 3 hours 4. I literally said before the stream, I'm not going to be on too long. Here I am, 3 hours and 40 minutes later. YB once is Flawless and Lewis doing 3:30 a.m. streams, mad thing, big up. Yeah, man. Like I said, we're here. The conversation wasn't supposed to go like that, but yeah. And the more we talk about Harry Kane, it's crazy. Say again, fam. What you say?
But it went that way, man. We never know where it goes, man, on the channel.
Yeah, man, this is Sarcasm City TV in a nutshell. You would have known. But yeah, I will be talking more Harry Kane on Man United because I was struggling for a topic. Now I got one. So you know what? Thank you. And going further because the more we talk about it, I didn't know, you know what I'm saying, he was subbed in at 0-0 in that game. It's crazy.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot. This was just a very few moments where you can actually talk about like this. Boy, if I speak, man, I can go back all the way when we were playing Europa League, when the team was actually good. But yeah, man, I'm gonna hop off as well, man.
Yo, Jazz, bless, yeah. Told says Lakers in 6 was hoping this matchup and then going 7 games is just a bonus. Large up. United Devil as well says cheers, Flawless, big up. Yeah, more times outs than closeouts. That's fact. But love to everyone that's locked in. We're back today, technically now. Like I said, Man United podcast, which is the Manchester United show. That's 4:30 p.m. UK time. 4:30 p.m. UK time. I'll be talking all things Manchester United. So recapping the Aston Villa game, previewing the game against Brighton, and talking more about Harry Kane potentially being at Manchester United. Answering all your Manchester United questions. Then following that, 8 p.m. we'll be live over on the Twitch for the Leicester City versus Everton game. So Leicester City versus Everton. And then following that, we'll be back here on the YouTube for Doing the Most, which is the Premier League show that we do. So make sure you check that out. It's 5 different categories and we pick nominees for each category and we discuss it. So like we look at the weekend's games just gone, most unforgettable goal, most under the cosh manager, most untouchable manager, most unacceptable error, most unpredicted results as well. So that's Doing the Most at 11 p.m. And then following that, NBA fixtures, we have tomorrow, we have Celtics 76ers, Boston Celtics versus Philadelphia 76ers game 1. That'll be 12:30 a.m. UK time. And then following that, game 2 of the Denver Nuggets versus Phoenix Suns, and that'll be 3 a.m. UK time. So that's Man United podcast, Manchester United show at 4:30 p.m. on the YouTube. Leicester City versus Everton on the Twitch, that watch along. Back here on the YouTube for 11 p.m. for Doing the Most, which is the Premier League show. Then we're back over on the Twitch for the Celtics 7-6ers game 1 watch along. And then after that, Nuggets Suns game 2. You know what I'm saying? So that's 5 streams you're getting. Bear in mind, I've not even mentioned Battle of the North. So it's 6 streams for me. We're going to keep the show on the goddamn road, people. We are going to continue to work. We are going to continue to provide content. You lot just got to continue to support, continue to watch, continue to like, continue to share, continue to subscribe. Big up. Marcel says, bless up to y'all, man. Salute. This was a long stream. Sarcasm City Madness. Catch y'all on the next one. Big up. Prime, anything you want to add before we close out? There we go.
I don't know, man. Long stream. Spoke about a lot. Well, not even really a lot. Just Kane.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, like and subscribe, people.
It went off, man. It really did, man. Love to everyone that's locked in. And this has been the Sarcasm City Sports Q&A live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. And if you enjoyed this, you get Sunday nights, Wednesday nights, and Friday nights. Sarcasm City Sports Q&A on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Big up for tuning in.